Yes, my people, blessings, and salutations to all of you. Good evening. This is a Sunday evening special, and as you know, the Saudi question have not been heard for a little while. No, my background is even different. I start without my regular background, and the truth of the matter is, there's some technical issues. I really wanted to start it from 4, but because of these glitches, I'm here. Rajic, bless up yourself, man. Up to everyone, people. Big up on yourself. So, as you see the topic, I mean, there's somebody who hit out on me earlier and to say that it seems like Dinthill is the only team or school that has big headlines. But it's not just that is the situation. I'm going to tell you the truth is I really had this show planned for Friday night. Yes, that's the night I wanted to do the show. But of course, the issues that I am in with, I couldn't unable to do so. So, that thumbnail was made and I just add something to it. But of course, it is a big story. It's a big headline. And we want to look at it. But unfortunately, or fortunate people, I don't know. I recognize that this weekend was not favorable at all for the big teams. Yes, it is unfavorable. The results, of course, were unfavorable for the big teams. Pick up yourself, Blair. Yeah, man, Ali and Blair in the house. Blessings. And so, what even interested people in DaCosta Cup is that the top 4 teams that I have predicted to be top 4, they all got their pots kick off the fire over the weekend. I have to laugh. And interestingly, it's not just that they lost, but they all lost by the same margin, 2-1. That seems like, it's something to talk about. Big up yourself, Shane. Blessings, man. So, I want to say that, and people just remember to like the show as soon as you come in, all right? Bless up yourself. So, there's a lot of stories that went on over the week that I missed, and not so much that I missed, but unfortunately I could not cover. The fact that this evening I'm here, I'm willing to take you on. So, let me just share the link, people. No, not this one. Let me share the link so you could join as soon as you want to and share with me this afternoon. I'm telling you, you'll probably hear my voice. I'm a bit nasal. I am fighting the flu with people. When I say fighting, I'm fighting the flu because I tell you the flu and knock off from the left, right, and center. Telling us so. You may hear a little sneezing here and there, not coughing, but just bear with me. And if it is that I step away, the show must go on. Yes. So the link is in this thing. Sunday evening football, of course, Shane. And speedy recover, my boss. Yeah, man, I'm trying. Yes, it's not here yet, but I feel the nasal issue and a lot of sneezing and so on. Yeah, some people say when you sneeze, there's something else going on, but trust me, it's just the flu. I tell you. So yes, what's going on? Coming tomorrow afternoon, we also have a big match at the National Stadium. The Reggae Boys versus Honduras. What will your take? What is it you're looking forward to? Can the Reggae Boys pull off another remarkable victory, regardless of how they are playing? Let's see what happens. I mean, they had played and they have conquered. What's the name of the Nicaragua? It is in midweek, and so we are expecting them nothing less at the office, if it is the office, as we always call it, tomorrow evening or tomorrow night. I must say, personally, people, I don't like them late games. Them game I do nothing for me. May I tell you the truth? At 8 o'clock in the night, boy, I'm out and about. I don't like that 8 o'clock game. And then when I leave the National Stadium, after the match, people take me another hour to get out of the stadium car park. And then another hour or so to reach home, or maybe 1.5, probably 2 hours, depending on the traffic. So it's not favorable to me. And based on how I'm feeling, I don't know what will happen. But yes, I'll be there. The Saudi Crest will be there for sure. And see what's happening. Now, people, big up yourself, Naka. What's going on? Good afternoon. Naka, make sure you're blessed with the thing. I want to link you early tomorrow morning because you don't know. We have been playing cat and mouse with our own little thing here. So, people, all the so-called DaCosta Cup big team lost this weekend. I don't want people to feel away when we say so-called, It doesn't mean negative. I have nothing negative. I say so-called because many persons would have their own so-called team. Yes? And that's why I refer to as so-called. And as I said, you can imagine, people, on Friday evening, Dinthill was the first one who lost 2-1 to Minos Charlemont. Charlemont have no idea I have no intention of going to the next round. At this time, actually. And then we have seen in the TV game yesterday, where States would have blank, or should I say, signature 2-1 victory over Monroe. I remember people that is not just a tail-tapping, it's not a tail-tapping clash. It's just one of these big rivalry in St. Elizabeth. Yes, rival. Again, people, Clarendon College have lost again. And this time they have lost to Denby. 2-1 at Denby. Rajic, blessings, man. You need to Rajic, have a whole lot of reporting to do this evening. I'm glad you come on.
Big up, Daddy.
Yes, bro. So CC, one of my top 4 team, also got their part kicked off by Denby. Another big story, people. Glenmuir. Many of us would have seen Glenmuir as the favorite for this year DaCosta Cup, including myself. Of course, Glenmuir is my big team. I think Glenmuir has the best quality in terms of a team together. And they have good players. But guess what? They have lost for the second time. 2 straight losses to Glenmuir. Rajic, what do you have to say about that? And they have lost 2-1 to Garvey Massive. Another title contender. What a weekend of football, people. Rajic, what went wrong with Glenmuir versus Garvey? Pick up yourself, Dean.
Unfortunately, Garvey did need it more. Glenmuir come and lay back. So Garvey go feed it. They need it more. That's what I see. Garvey did need it. It was a bragging rights game. And Garvey couldn't afford to lose at their home against them arch rival.
But Rajic, I really don't understand. I'm not sure if I will bite into your need it more argument, because based on some information that I gathered, I heard Garvey had 2 chances and they took those 2. Glenmuir just unfortunately, or should I say, they were just not on their A game, could not get in the balls in the back of the net. So it's more than just that. Let me ask you, Rajic, do you think it's a mental breakdown at Glenmuir or with the Glenmuir squad, the fact they have lost in midweek?
No, it's not a mental. I don't think so. I think them get too comfortable. Like them already qualified, so them say, oh, them have it easy. I just feel like that.
You think it's complacency?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. But then again, let's piggyback. Look at they have lost 2. It was the Kemsel in midweek.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that? Because I never do a show on it. Tell us. I never saw it.
I never was at the game.
So what you gathered? What information you gathered?
I didn't get any information because I was busy all week.
You come like you never interested in another result there.
No, I never did interested. I was working, man. So as we come far work, me have to sleep. So I never have no time to go over there to watch you know.
Okay. All right. Very good. Yes, people, I tell you, there's a whole lot. So Glenmuir would have lost 2 straight. But Rajic, as it relates to the Glenmuir fans and players and the whole followers of Glenmuir, do you think there's any panic sinking in now?
No, there is no panic, There is no panic. We will get over what happened yesterday and Wednesday, for sure.
Ball of Life, I want to big you up, but I post you. Ball of Life is saying that the coaching staff is doing a poor job managing the team, staying grounded. That's a very, very strong statement from Ball of Life. What do you have to say about that, Rajic?
Repeat that whenever I did.
Ball of Life is saying that this coaching staff is doing a poor job managing the team, staying grounded.
No, I not think so. They might doing best. my the best side. Is a you them if them follow him instruction they would suffer defeat at all.
Okay. Ball of life, you're very apologetic today, man. Yes, Mr. Lee, my apologies. I said Garvey won't leave the zone. You said Garvey won't leave the zone and can turn up some fire and Glenmure, yes? Interestingly. But, Roderick, one of the things that I look at, I continue to say, I still believe that Glenmure has the players that can take them over the line. But what's interesting, and I hope I don't get a lot of beat for this, I will say this, and I've said it before, that there's an issue that I've seen with Glenmure from the very first match in the competition. I thought they are very careless in defense, and they tend to lapse in the last 15 minutes of the game. Maybe it's a matter of overconfidence. But have you seen such, based on my assertion here, have you seen that?
No, that's true. That's been happening from Pete been there now. It's something from him come the 2021 that is the problem. Like we've been profound in the first half, going hard, 15 minutes into the second half, going hard, and then we just fall off for the rest of the game.
So you think that's a weakness from the coach there?
No, it's not the coach, it's the players.
Yeah, but you say that is what happening from the coach came there.
No, because him been saying it to them. I tell them to do better about it, but it's them not change. Okay. So I want to say a theme problem.
All right, fair enough. Dane is saying that look at it from a different angle. Don't you think it's more exciting when underdog teams create upsets? Yes, there's a lot of excitement, but for fans like Roderick, it's a pain. They can't sleep.
Nah, man, me sleep, man.
These fans cannot sleep when they get these upset, and I don't think Garvey would say it's an upset. Really, I think Garvey have the tools, the mechanism, and the players that can hurt any team on the day. But I don't think they have that quality to just run on team every day, but they will hurt you at any given day.
But funny enough, Sadi, that's the best game I see them play.
Garvey.
Yeah.
They step up to the man. That's how it is, man. The bigger the team, some teams find them footing.
All them captain, they go with 5 back. All them captain, they left winger. I said, play left back.
They plan for the Puritan Glenmure team, man.
Yeah, then come with that game plan yesterday, and it did work. It worked.
When you say then it's get too monotonous as after a while when the same teams win every year. Well, you see, then you can say that if you're not supporting a team, but if it is your team that you support, you want them to win every single year. I can understand, for the neutrals, you want to see different. But I do understand the point. And sometimes I share it because sometimes I don't want to see some team just keep winning. But I can tell you though, when it is your team or my team, I want my team to win every year. It's just so it goes. But for the neutrals, we want to see other teams really go ahead and win. Mr. Lee, what Mr. Lee was saying here, we have a good team, just not playing to our full potential at Ball of Life. But Mr. Lee, there's so much things happening in that Garvey camp, I would have believed. Garvey is having a team together. This team is together for the past maybe 3 years, yes? And a team that is together for the 3 years, regardless of the competition or the level that they were playing, we're expecting them to do well. There's a food for thought that, the experienced coach in Meran Garden is not there this year, which would have, taken a dip, I believe, from the players. And so maybe that is one concern. But also, I have listened to some people and they don't like how this Meran Garden coach sometimes is a bit too defensive. And I will say maybe he's just one of those coward coach who don't want to lose. These things do happen. But playing together, I'm expecting them to do well. And, marginal, I think they are holding their own. Pick up yourself, Laron. Respect, man. I see Laron jumping in. I soon come to you, Laron, because you have some explanation to do as well, my boss, or some reporting, regardless of where you stand. because unfortunately all the big teams, so-called big teams, lost this weekend by the same margin, 2-1. This must have been some lottery score. So Larwan, what's going on? Clarendon College lost again, 2-1 to
Go
them.
on, big man.
Why am here, bro? What's going on?
There, man. You know, I never got to see the game in entirety, but I saw highlights and I got reports from the game. So, from my understanding, we had a very indisciplined game
Yes.
in the sense of we had chances to score early, missed a bunch of chances, then finally capitalized on one, got the go ahead goal.
Mhm.
Uh, I saw the highlights. Demby equalized with a ball that came across from the right side of from the left side of our defense, right side of their attack. Keeper failed to come out and collect the ball. Ball drop in our box and end up in our goal. And then from there, we had a number of chances again to take the lead. I don't know what happened or what was said to the goalkeeper, but I guess he had a moment. Seen punch at them big attacker in the side and right in front of the referee. Referee called straight red card, penalty. Then be score, took the lead, and then from there lock it down. That was a late lead, reasonably late lead. It was hard to come back from that, so it
Oh.
was some indiscipline crept in. I'm not overly worried about it at this point.
You know what interesting though, and Ball of Life is saying that CC not accepting the changing of the guard, but I don't think the guard has changes. They still have the old guards there. Ball of Life. Are you talking about those long-term players that they had for 2 and 3 years? But Laron, it's interesting though because in the past 3 years, I believe you can correct me, or probably 2 years, Clarendon College have not lost a DaCosta Cup match, and to say they lost twice in first round.
Our last D Cup loss was to Gavi in that semi final in 2021.
So that's 3 years.
And our last first round loss was to Glenmere back in that same 2021 season. So
So I am saying to you now, isn't this a spot of bother for Clarendon College and the fans?
I mean we understand that the team a rebuild. Mr. Somebody said the changing of the guard. Well, it's always been you have to rebuild after a certain period. This is schoolboy football under 19, so players are going to age out and thing and based on transfer rules and like we can transfer them in like a club. So every team are gonna have a rebuilding phase and we're in that phase. This team is reasonably experienced. A lot of these players would have been to under 16 final, would have gone to Guyana and win the Goodwill Cup. So it's a young squad but reasonably experienced. And I think we can get better as the season go on. We should get better as the season go on. We're deep into we have one game left in the first round, so there's a lot to correct in that game and get right. But I mean, we are accepting that it is a rebuilding phase. However, we still expect good things from the youths, them because these are talented bunch of youths, very technical. It's just that they need to maintain the discipline and take teams seriously. It's like we think we were spoiled to believe, say, teams are gonna just come lay down and we roll over them and win the cup. So we gotta work hard and if we want to do well and make a deep run in this thing. Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. So yes, yeah, you made a very good point. Not every team gonna lay down anymore because the competition is getting stronger. And some things that you could have done some years ago has to be different. Big up yourself in the media. Big up Sardi Chris and guest top of the Sunday. Blessings to you all, man. All right, coming to you. Let me just go through these quickly. And people, come on, man. 20, I may only have about 8 likes. Come on, do better than that, people. Hit the like button, man. Come on. Richie P says this year, team will be better than last year. Wonder what team have to say no.
And that me hear from last year too. Sorry.
He said it. He said it on the show too. Yes. So the expectations were there, are still there. And,
But
unfortunately, we're not seeing that.
even Lenny said it in an interview on TVJ. But the thing is, there were high hopes for this team because this is the same team that went to Guyana and beat a number of Caribbean teams and win Goodwill Cup.
Yes.
So there are high expectation. I don't know if we had too much expectation and now it put pressure upon them.
Mhm.
But it's a very if you look on the team, it's a very talented bunch, very technical. However, for some reason the decision making is not clicking, and the some reason it's just not clicking. But it's a very very talented bunch of youths,
Yes.
skillful, technical, very good set of youths.
You know, Lenny taking Veer more seriously than CC. You see, I don't want to get into any trouble with this thing, Yeah. I'm not sure about that, Bala, but you probably have a point. I do understand. I've seen a number of the coaches now finding it difficult to manage both schoolboys team and also the club teams. So I'm not too sure of the requirement or the desired attitude and belief, as well as the attendance at training from each team. How well do you think the impact of this Laron on the CCT?
I mean, it shouldn't be a great impact. The fact that Lenny was always coaching, well, not always coaching, but for the majority of the last 2, 3 seasons, Lenny has been in the Premier League while coaching the DaCosta Cup team. Most of the times, Junior Samuels would fill in when in his absence or in his unavailability. I'm not sure what the dynamic is right now because, of course, many of the around the team aren't get any report on training or how the training dynamics work. But
For the records, though, who is Jonas Summers?
Sammy.
that would be the physical trainer. Usually
AKA?
also
Sammy.
Sammy,
Oh. And I
coach,
just want for the records, yes?
coach Sammy, yeah. But I'm not sure of the dynamics of training now or how it's being run. But it shouldn't have that great of an impact coaching in the Premier League unless Veer demand a certain amount of his attention than other teams had demanded in the past. Because he was at Chapelton Maroons at one point while coaching CC. Then he was at Dunby Holding while coaching CC, and it wasn't the performance was still there. We were still getting results. So I'm not sure if anything changed in that dynamic, but it shouldn't be that great of an impact.
Me
But
think of the quality job.
one can argue now that the club team seems to doing a little better than the schoolboy team. So maybe that's why they are looking at it that way.
Can you repeat that whenever you're saying?
No, one can argue that the club team now is
Uh-huh.
doing better than the schoolboy team, as up in the past where the schoolboy teams were doing better than the club team. So one can say based on where the effort or the more time is, that's where the better performance is.
Maybe
Okay.
that's the case.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Then again, the CC fans gotten complacent over the years. When they are start losing, they don't seem to take it well. It's understandable. And I don't think they start panic yet, because the good thing about it, they will advance to the second round, which is good. That's the base of it. If you are in trouble now going into the second round, then I'm sure that the panic would have crept in much stronger. Media, yes, Lenny said it too. CC is still loading, which is right. CC will get better as the rounds grow on us. All right, my boss. I'm
But if
looking
you
forward to that.
if you remember in Saudi,
Yes.
2019 when we won the Costa Cup, it wasn't our best first round. We had a terrible first round. Actually, think
Okay.
we drew with Lennon in our first game, and I think them beat we in them return game. We also lost lost points to Ordinalin because of a situation. So it wasn't our best first round in 2019. We went on to win D Cup again in 2021. We won Champions Cup after narrowly going into the playoff rounds because we were in a position where we had to beat Claude McKay by I think 10 or 11 goals to advance.
Yes.
So and we went through that and went on to win Champions Cup. So I don't think the fans them are panic yet in terms of first round because we have had some seasons where our first round was rocky and then we go on to do well during the season. So I think round of 32 now being group instead of the seeding that was going on in the
Yes.
last two seasons. I think this is where the real test will come in now because now you have to finish first or second. So there's no playoff, there's no ifs or buts. So you're going to either have one big side to play and some other reasonable, decent side will come give a good account of themselves. So this is where the real test starts in the round of 32.
And I will say this year, the run of 32 may be one of the most competitive runs I've seen for the longest time.
Yep.
By the way, let me pick up Randy Stula. Blessings, man, and thank you for joining the man from Dinthill. Because Randy, I want you to gear up yourself, because a few questions I want you to give a report of what's happening at Dinthill, just like what Rajic and Laron is doing so far. So bless up yourself, boss.
Blessings, Rajic, Laron.
Big up.
Blessings, man.
Bless up
Buenos
yourself in the head, boy.
Daddy.
Head boy, what for dinner today? Cause
No, I haven't eaten just juice and smoothie. I had some porridge this morning.
Hey Jay, what's going on? Hey Jay, you tell me say you're going to join the show tonight, So
I'm sticking to my word, man.
all right, boss. All right.
Jay is one of the unbeaten team right now in the DaCosta Cup. We're not talking about him much, but send it to Jay. So make sure you come in and give me your report. Yes, people, I'll say that. So Charlemont Maroons was made up of predominantly CC players, so it was easier for Lenny then. That's true. Been asking the third man. That Dana, I don't get that one right. Been asking for the third man. All right. Blair, people, please like the stream. Hey, may I tell you, go on easy, may I put step immediately.
Like up the stream, man.
Man, I'm a behave so, bro. May I tell you? Like up the stream, people. Like up the stream. Like up the stream. Jay, remember, jump on for the Saudi Crest meeting. All right, people. We're saying that a whole lot of big teams get crushed over the weekend. And it may be a very slim margin, but I say crush because these results, I'm not sure who would have expected any of these results. I mean, I know people would have predicted some 1-0 in favor of the team who won yesterday, but not necessarily a 2-1 victory. Yes, but Randy, you may have it, very, very harder than these other guys in the sense that you have lost it twice, in my view. And let me ask again, what's going on? Dinthill lost 2-1 to Charlemont. I don't want to say some things that you have said before, but what's going on? What's your take? What would have happened while this 2-1 loss to Charlemont on Friday?
Remember, at the end of the day, I think Laron or Jay or somebody would have said it in our group, because the one thing I applaud our group for, we have a bunch of knowledgeable individuals, and I think the person quote that sometimes we forgot that these youngsters are schoolboys, because of the excitement that they brings every year. Sometimes we forgot that there are some youngsters, and I think when you have an environment that so many things are going on or is going on, it really can impact the youngsters. So I think the youngsters were overwhelmed. It's a lot, from back to back. But nevertheless, we would have put some things in place for counseling and, put some mechanism in place. And, we're looking forward to bear some result in the coming days. Lost the coach. about the saga that would have occurred a couple weeks ago. So overall, I just think that it was just too much on the youngsters' plate. Nevertheless, we still remain optimistic, and hopefully we can see some drastic turnaround.
Okay. Randy, there's a whole lot of thing going on, and I said that if you look at my thumbnail, that would have been the major topic. You've lost the coach. What was the situation with the coach? I heard he resigned. What would have caused? They were still doing well, regardless of what happened. What would have transpired at this time why the coach would have resigned?
Um, I think it comes down to personal reasons, on behalf of the coach. I think maybe from his side, what he demanded he wasn't getting. Um, but all in all, it really left an impact on us. I must say, it's definitely some personal issue from him. I don't know if the environment was just not conducive for coaching for him anymore. But otherwise from that, I don't see anything else could have really impacted him that much for him to resign. Because if that was the case, then he would have resigned immediately after the event, the series of events that took place at McGrath. When he resigned, he would have actually sent the day when he resigned, he would have actually sent his weekly plan a couple days prior. So it has to be something that would have actually, played on his mind for him to make such a personal decision.
When did Dinthill receive the resignation?
Um, 2 days ago, or three
So it
days.
would have been Thursday.
Yeah, midweek. Yes, midweek.
So Randy, I'm gonna ask you this. If you don't know, you don't know. If you don't want to answer, fine. But just I'm a bit curious. You know where my position is.
Mhm.
But I almost sure that where resources are concerned, I'm not sure that the coach would have short on resources as it relates to what he would have asked her from Tintin. I'm wondering if there was something that we are not seeing or believe. Because if you are getting the resources, you are getting the results regardless of how things are or what would have transpired. But in your own view, what you really believe, what are those personal reasons that you think would have caused him to resign?
I think first, I don't think well, it's not a resources problem. Let me make it clear. I think it's a
Continue, I'm hearing you, man. Randy?
I can lose him.
Yeah, we lost him. Okay. People, it's one of the things that I am concerned about. I mean, I understand that people will resign, people will go, people comes, but I was a bit surprised. Yes, and the fact that you would have resigned, seems as if there's something that is not going on good. For any coach at all. I can't see through it, but Laron.
I mean, there has been a lot going on around the team, so maybe the coach was overwhelmed, or him just feel like the environment is unbearable. Him can't stay around no longer. But I don't, I can't think of a reason why a coach would resign at that stage of the season or that stage of the first round, especially 2 days before a game. Usually they would have see out at least the game and then
Yeah.
announce even that same evening or something that they're moving on. At least see the team through the first round and then hand the team over in a better spot. Now you're handing the team over. Team lost, and you can argue that it was as a result of that. Now they go into a group where they probably didn't want to go into.
Mm-hmm. You think
Why?
so?
by finishing second. It will, regardless of who go in the group, whether CC or um, whether it's CC or Central,
Yeah.
it's gonna be competitive in that group.
So you
And
think that the other group would have been in their favor?
it would have been more in their favor, I think. They would have been the big team in the group. However, it puts them in a spot where they're coming off a loss going into that round of 32. So it puts them in a difficult spot. And the coach could have at least said, all right, I'm going to resign, but let me see out the last game here. And then at least that evening or later that weekend announce that they're not coming back. So at least Monday now they can start focusing on the replacement and getting integrated in the team and continuing our passing on their philosophy of what they want going forward for the team.
Okay. We have back Randy. Randy,
Yes, sir. Sorry about that.
we lost you a while ago. Can you pick up from where you left off?
Yes. So in it was really, sometimes I don't like to speak as to how somebody feels because you just never know, and you can't. They say who feels it knows it. But I just think the timing was really wrong because again, as I said, he would have outlined his weekly plan, as to what we're going to do, training, set up, and everything,
Yes.
and then he wasn't present for training, maybe for a session and a half, and then we just got that boom, that sudden resignation. Nevertheless, it's no secret that things aren't the best in the camp. And I'm one person that not going to come and give the impression as if it's all fine and dandy. It's not. But big school and big team will always find a way to bounce back, and I think that we're not this time around. We're not trying to bounce back just to continue on a short-term success. We just have to rip down the entire structure and start from the foundation. As a firm pass student, that's what that's the plan right now, to hit down the entire foundation and start from scratch. And build back a repertoire. That the wider Jamaica can look at and be proud.
Mhm.
So that's where we are. And
Yeah.
So Randy,
mhm.
do you know if it was a case where he was told to resign? Like, one of them
No,
position, one of them
no,
spot there
no,
like
no, 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 no,
like we
absolutely not.
saw like we saw them put the rest in our ear.
No, 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 absolutely not. Let
Okay.
me just let me just stop you right there. He was not forced to resign. You know, he just resigned on his own. So I just want to make that clear that the coach was not forced to resign.
Laron, what situation is necessary to put the rest in? I don't understand.
So
Huh?
with Saudi, Edwin Allen put, not Saudi, but Edwin Allen put the rest in.
I think they would
Russ
have
was
made a big
supposed to
mistake.
resign.
That me say Russ, me say them tell the rest them need to resign or be fired.
That I can't speak to. You know that I
Are
won't.
you hearing Saudi, Laron?
Huh?
Are you hearing Saudi? Because I'm not hearing Saudi.
Yeah, I'm hearing him. Yeah, I hear him, man.
Okay, good. No, I can't speak to that, Laron. I can't say. I think there was a
Let me chip
mutual
in. I'll chip in.
understanding
I'll chip on.
among,
Then I
between the
come
two
back. I'm not
parties.
hearing.
Not hearing
Alright.
Randy?
Them not hear you.
But I don't know what's going on. But Laron, I hope Randy returns because I just got a text in the on my phone here, somebody listening what they don't want to say, that they heard that he was asked to resign.
It sound like that to me, but I don't know. I don't know.
So Randy is back. Randy, Randy? Apparently, he's still not hearing me. But yes, people, I heard that the coach was asked to resign. That's one of the principles that many management or so on have used
Yeah, because
over
in
the past.
you want to be on good standings and mess up him resume, so to speak.
Yes.
So I ask him, say, "Yo, just resign from from the role."
But the truth about it, though, Laron, is that does that really make much sense? I mean, if it is that you don't want a coach any longer, I mean, it's a professional thing, it's a big business. And I can understand that you want to help to maintain that level of respectability throughout the coaching arena, more so in Jamaica. But if I am not satisfied with you and your performances, yes, because I would have had the goals and objectives set out and the terms of employment. But if I'm not satisfied, I'm sure that before it reached the stage, you'd have had some level of conversation or meeting to discuss these things.
Yeah,
But
and
why
then
not just go ahead and make the decision?
and then if it was a case where he was asked to resign, then the school put themselves at a disadvantage, because I wouldn't ask him midweek when we have a game Friday. I wouldn't ask him Wednesday when we have a game Friday if he stepped down.
So you see, these are some situations that
But
really need
but I ask
answers.
him Friday night.
Good. And hopefully that I'm hoping that I can be able to do a show tomorrow night, because I would love to have somebody from Dinthill hierarchy to come and speak about this. I mean, it is, I mean, it may sound trivial, but people, it is a big thing. Dinthill is one school, and I will say, especially on the Sardicrest show, Dinthill is one of the most talked school here in DaCosta Cup. And I said that to say, because I think, during my conversations over last year, I would have stated that Dinthill probably the most consistent team in the top 4 in DaCosta Cup over the past maybe 10 years. And the data, the results are there to show it. They might not won the competition, but in the top 4 regularly over 10 years. There's no other team, I believe, as much as Clarendon College have won 3 or 4 times. I don't think Clarendon College would have reached semi-finals more than Dinthill over the past 10 years, Laro.
Yeah, Dinthill has been in and about. I think 2015, 2016, they were there up till last year. They've been in and around the semi-final, so it's been one of the most consistent schools in the Costa Cup. Been in and around Champions Cup, including going to the final in
Yes.
2021, making it the first all-rural final of the Champions Cup era.
Between them and Cornwall?
Them on CC, them on Clarendon.
Yeah, Clarendon College, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you
So
see people.
they've been the most consistent rural team. It's just unfortunate, say, they have not managed to hold on to a title, and I don't think it's because they lack talent, because they're a very talented bunch. I think it's a psychological thing, and it's not just the players, it's around the management, it's around the whole thing. It's a psychological thing getting over the line.
Yeah, man. So it's real, and that's one of the things that I picked up these things. Randy, are you back?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
Yes.
Phone keep ringing, yeah.
So Randy, I was saying just before you got out or cut off, I got a text that the coach was asked to resign. And this is somebody that I believe is very close to the program, probably just like you. I'm not sure. So that means there's a toddle there, and Laron would have made a good point. Why the team, why the coach would have really asked to resign by the school during a midweek situation, especially when they have a game at the end of the week?
No. With having a coach resign without having a suitable replacement, right, like it does make sense after having a crucial game a day after. It doesn't doesn't make sense, and that wasn't the case, and I can stand firm on that. He resigned on his own. Maybe there's circumstances, or there's reasons that was maybe a clear sight of insult to him why he would have resigned. that could be the case. But he wasn't forced to resign.
Was it mainly surrounding the issues that happened in terms of the incident with the players and the aftermath of that?
I think definitely. It really impact a lot. Both on and off the pitch. So, let we not pretty it up. I think it has to do with what would have transpired, and back to back incidents. After that. So I just think that maybe he just think that the environment is no longer conducive for coaching for him. You know, and his decision.
Randy,
Yeah.
I've heard that you already have a replacement as it relates to coach. Is there any truth to that?
Well, a decision will be made tonight. As to whom would be the replacement, and that coach should commence tomorrow. At
When
the
it
training session. We're currently liberating on it. So that's where it's at now. But that decision will be made this this evening,
when is
So you have not
Dinthill's
well,
next game?
Wednesday.
Oh,
so you have not yet selected a coach.
No, as it stands, that selection will be done this evening.
But Randy, if I should say though, and
Mm.
as much as you're not directly there, in my own view, I don't think that would have been a proper way to go at this stage and based on what's around. If I am in Dinthill situation, I would have already have my set and a coach. Because for you now to at this stage, Randy, to do a little cut and chop here to find the suitable replacement to advertise or to announce tomorrow, I think really that also would have been a little controversial. I mean, looking at it, you should have known the direction to which you want to go.
So wait,
Um, uh,
Blessings,
um,
Dalton, respect.
blessings,
just
Dalton.
a come in for a funeral.
My God.
blessings, Dalton.
Yeah, blessings, Dalton, man. We have more than one candidate, and as I said to you before, and I repeat, this time around, what we're trying to do, we're not trying to just hire a coach for like a win at all cost approach. We're trying to hit the building right down and start all over. So we're building a program. We want the program to be synchronized with the school community. We want to build back that culture. Um, we want to reap rip eradicate rather any form of indiscipline. So we're really trying to. I think enough is enough, and we have realized that, and we're now taking a drastic approach in making sure that who we select is one who going to build a program, one that going to stay and stand the test of time. You know. So that's where we are now, Sadi. And the reason why, we don't just jump and just select this and select that. It really it was sudden. Nevertheless, we're careful as to the direction we go next.
Okay. The question is asked, Top 10 is asking, so the assistant coach leave too?
No, he's still there.
So he will continue being the assistant coach.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still there.
Will he be still the assistant coach come tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. That's why we just want to clear that. So it's not about the coaching staff, it's more like the coaching individual has taken a position.
Yeah.
We have to respect all positions, and as it is, I must say though,
And Sadi, I don't cut you. We thank the coach for the service that you would have rendered for the time that he has been there. We have to respect people's decision, and Didn't wish him all the best in his endeavors. There's no bad blood whatsoever.
So, so Randy, couldn't it be a case where the assistant would step up since he already understand the program, understand the objectives for the season and continue in the short term till at least and give the school time then to really vet a proper coach instead of rushing to make a decision this weekend.
Definitely, but sometimes we have to assess the situation from a realistic standpoint. It's a huge task at hand. We must say, and I think where we are at this stage of the season, and given I think given the circumstances in given the whole circumstances of what occurred at McGrath and other internal issues, I just think that he needs help. Because it's not only on the pitch situation. We need a coach, we need a team, a coach, a staff that can really man these youngsters. So that's the reason why. You know what I mean?
All right, totally understand, bossy.
I want to big up Dalton, but before I ask Dalton to come in, Rand, there's a question that I want to ask you though. Is that you said that you're not looking to win at all costs. You want a coach that will take you. Am I to understand that the views or the interest of the Dinthill hierarchy has changed now to say that we are not challenging this year for the title?
Yeah, Dinthill always remain competitive. We are always challenging. Once we're in the competition, we're always there to win. We're always a team that competes and that participates. Nevertheless, we have to change some certain approach as to how we do things. The method of operation has to change. And the reason why I said what I said earlier. But nevertheless, Dinthill always remain competitive, always going to give us their best. But in regards to, how we do things and how we approach things, you will see a better Dinthill, a better crop of youngsters in terms of decorum and morals and values. So that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah. We in other words, are in concluding it, Sadi, we're trying to make what we're trying to do rather make schoolboys become schoolboys, act like schoolboys. So that's what we're dealing with now.
Okay, all right. Before that, I want to go back to the chat. Dana asked the question. I've been asking this question for a while. What rubric is used to judge coaches? How do we decide which coach is better than the other? Then, in my view, there's no rubric as such, but let me just ask Dalton. He's a very one of the youngest certified coach coming in this system right now. He has been on around with youth teams for a while now. But I don't know if in his training or his lessons in recent time, is there anything, Dalton, that would have given us a sort of rubric for us to judge a coach or coaches? Dalton.
Repeat that.
Yeah, the question is asked, what rubric is used to judge coaches? How do we decide which coach is better than the other? I'm saying there's no real rubric. We look at what the coach has achieved in terms of winning competitions and how the style of play that his teams would have played. So I don't know there's a rubric as such, but I'm saying as a young upcoming coach, one of those will be certified very soon. And one of the request panelists, is there anything in the lessons or the training that helped you or anybody else to look at that?
Well, to some extent, yes, there are things that you learn, but I wouldn't say, in a sense, that really what I would put, we are put it now is that like sometimes it's not about the better coach where you have or what. Sometimes you can be a good coach, but the quality of players you have, you still can do better than the other team. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, but I'm asking the question, how do we judge a coach? How do we judge to say that you are a better
That's
coach?
why I'm saying you can judge a coach by it's difficult to judge a coach, especially in schoolboy football, in the era like a schoolboy football. It's easy to use that to judge a coach. Yes, you can know if it's a good coach based upon, even though you have restrict to certain amount. In other words, you have to use what he has, but you can see Yeah, you could use that to see things in the team where you know that yes, they have a good coach, but the quality player not there are that. You understand? Because you can use the tactics where the coach use and know if he's a good coach. See how he master the youth them. You understand the way he master his team, even though he don't have that quality in his team, you will know. You will see the little things that he do to bring out in the youth them in a talent when have them. You understand?
So Dalton, it seems like you answer some you give a politically correct answer there.
You go down low.
It sounds like you give a politically correct answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know that we have coaches who are seen as big coaches in the country. Coaching schoolboy football. Have quality teams, but they are unable to carry these teams over the line. You have not seen that?
Yeah, what you're saying. Yeah, and I tend to agree with you on that. Yes, you have coaches that but and you still have coaches who know how to carry a team across the line. Well, some will have a good team and never have that ability to bring them across the line. You understand?
Sorry, let me jump on this when Dalton finish.
All right. All right, fine. Yours, who Dalton? Can we go now? Laro.
Yeah.
So
Yes, Laro, go ahead.
I agree with what Dalton I say in terms of you can't use at the schoolboy level, you cannot use title to judge a coach in terms of grading a coach to see who is better than who. I think what you would judge at the schoolboy level is the coach that is able to develop average players and turn them into players that go on matriculate into national teams and matriculate into professionals or matriculate into college athletes. That's how you judge schoolboy coaches. A lot of seasons I see some teams that win schoolboy football is maybe not the best teams in the league, in the tournament. So it's really hard to grade up a coach based on schoolboy football. Now at the JPL level,
Hold on,
you would
Laro.
have
Hold on.
you would
Before you step,
have
Laro, hold on.
Mhm.
Me tend to
Another thing, you know.
hold on. Me tend to disagree with you there. Reason being, are you saying that because a coach is coaching at the schoolboy level, he cannot be rated?
he can be rated, and but I think the real assessment would be player development and not title so much.
I do understand, but I want together, and that's why I asked about the rubric. So I'm just saying, we in Jamaica, we look at coaches based on what they win, or how the players play, or the style of play from the team. Am I right? And that's how we rate the coaches
Yeah. That is
or the
one thing.
team.
So some people.
So it's the reality. So there's no structured rubric, I would say.
Mhm.
But saying that to say, the fact that players, for example, you're not going to rate me because I only coach schoolboy football.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? How do you rate a coach like a Neville Bell? You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
Neville Bell is not coaching any senior teams.
I have something to say about that.
But
Well,
when you look,
I don't want you to get carried away by the Neville Bell story.
but when you look at Neville Bell and the players that have come up on a Neville Bell, majority of players that play on a Neville Bell have gone on to playing in college or gone on to being professionals,
Yes.
Even up to recently, Adrian Reed, what the youth the name who used to play for Dunby Old and Liquor Shot, youth that gone to college now.
Burkitt.
He had one more season, Burkitt.
Mm-hmm.
Prior seasons to that, we see Scarrow, we see Alex Marshall and all of them going on professionally. Martin Davis, gone back to LA Lewis days and all of those players. A lot of
That's
players
true in a lot.
and Neville Bell come out being professionals are going matriculating into university and
Laron,
scholarships.
that's facts. But a part of it too is also passion.
Mhm.
You one has to look on passion. Most coach now really coaching for money. So you can also assess it by the passion. Or do they gather the youths, given their program? Because remember, some program have better resources than some. So when you look even now in the DaCosta Cup and you look and the lesser teams doing well, how do you assess those coaches comparing to those coaches that have a better program, with more resources and maybe with better players in terms of capabilities? So I think style of play, discipline, or the coaches have their players to be disciplined. I think all those are mitigating factors for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. And that all culminates into player development. So we see coaches that are able to develop players and coaches that are able to
The
take
past two
players and put out a tactical plan and get results.
ball of life. What do you mean um by that? The past student association sometimes don't allow the coaches to be
Sorry, gone.
the best. Um, or do we even ball of life? I don't really understand what
Maybe you must say sometimes the past students association tend
yes.
to run the football programs in the schools, and sometimes they want to tell some of the coaches what to do, how to run the programs, etc., how to play, because they have that influence. But I think coaches, if you're going to take a job as a coach, you're gonna when you're discussing the terms with the past student association, then you have to tell them, say, yo, look, um me would run the thing in terms of technical and tactical approach. Now you do the management side. You figure out the logistics, etc. I'll
Yeah,
do the football.
yeah, that's true, Laron. Because I don't believe in interference, with coach. I think if you give them a task, you should allow them to carry out their task, and then you can assess them at the end of the season, at whatever interval there is.
Exactly.
However, but I think during the interviews and so forth, a lot of these coaches, what they do just because they want the job, they will say, "Yes, man, I can do this, man. Yes, do you know that this job, is a lot of pressure, is a lot of weight, comes a lot of weight, or comes a lot of Yes, I can handle pressure. I can do, it's just like any other interview. And then when the real time comes,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm saying, Laron. So these things do happen,
definitely.
you know. So,
Yeah,
and sometimes we have to understand that we have passion. Past students have passion. And
and I can also see some coaches not being assertive because, hey, all right, them a pay me, and at this time want me go do it. But at the end of the day, it's also adding to your resume to because if you have ambitions of moving forward in the profession,
mhm,
moving to coaching other teams, bigger teams, and advancing your career, then you're gonna have to be assertive and play your style, play set up tactically how you want,
mhm.
and get results. So you can't make a past student association or a school dictate how you deal with the team or how you play because them a pay you. That's not how coaching go.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. You understand, Bar of Life? Laron,
Yeah.
you have back-to-back matches
Yeah, rough boy. I think we have match Monday, then when
tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tomorrow you guys have a match.
match Saturday,
Ver-
tomorrow, and then Wednesday. So rough.
a very crucial match. One must say. I think if you go into the group with Dinthill,
Hmm.
I think you will be playing Port Antonio on Wednesday.
Yeah. So that's if we win Monday, because we have to
Yeah,
win Monday in order to top the group.
yeah.
So we to top the group, then we're going to I think Glenmere group. So
I think you're going to top the group, man.
I mean, I think we can beat St.
I think you're going to
Rockford.
top the group. That's even the incident that occurred yesterday. Sometimes you see. I just think we put too much. What you say with on these youngsters? May I tell
Yeah,
you,
man. And I think
they can
when
lose their head very quick. May I tell you, like
yeah, I'm telling you, boy, because that was totally unnecessary. And I think a lot of times when we see these things creeping in, because some of these youths are way in over their head in terms of the league. The
yeah,
league is there are lots of eyes on the league, a lot of people paying attention, and a lot of
just
commercialization of the league. So when you see these youths acting out, sometimes you have to take a step back, put them on the bench, give them a couple of games to sit down and reflect and talk
flex.
to them,
Yeah,
get them some counseling or whatever. Because these youths are in and above their head out with this thing, brother.
yeah, that's true. That's true, bro. That's really true.
Because even with, with a lot of these incidents happen, it's just that some of them are not caught on camera, and they've been happening for a while. And and I've been saying this all season, and I've said it in previous years. The fans don't set example, and a lot of these fans are adults. Them
Yeah,
go at game and they matter referee or sort of something about their mother and beer thing. So how we expect the players to reciprocate that and have respect for the referees
yeah.
if we as
I think
adults can.
it go under than for real. It goes under than. I think the fans, is very important, and I think when the players see that they're setting an example and they're being disciplined, I think they would follow suit. Everybody is needed for this to work. Laron, every single person, from the man we sell peanut in the stands. From the coaches, the past student, the entire school population. Everybody is important into curbing these discipline within these youths because it's really really disheartening to see the game is 1-1, your team is in the ascendancy, and bam, you make such a huge error, you know what I mean, and then you got to
Exactly.
fight referee, you got like some things that you wonder if these youths really insane or what.
Yeah. Heard of an incident with Casey that wasn't caught on camera where um after the game players fight each other, teammates fight each other. So it's crazy. It's really crazy, and sometimes we as adults, I mean the management staff and the adults around the players
Hmm.
have to do their job, but us as fans, as supporters, as spectators need to do our part too. And remember, say they are schoolboys.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. So the guy Shane asked the question, if the team remained the same, right?
Uh-huh.
um Shane, remember that two players from the team would have been banned for the season. Um, but otherwise from that, we still have the core, still have remaining players on the team. Would have injected a few new addition. But otherwise from that, Go would be back from his 3-match suspension coming this Wednesday. So yeah, otherwise from the two players that would have been banned, the team is pretty much the same.
What kind of impact do you think? What kind of effect do you think this will have on Godo as a player?
Um, he is a captain for the team now.
Uh-huh.
Um, he would have been going through some counseling session and so forth. And I think based on reports I'm getting, is quite upbeat and using the situation as a motivating one, to really do well, not only for the school but for himself. Um, but I think that would have been echoed to him for the past couple of weeks is that this is your last season, and despite of what transpired, I think it's time to prove yourself so that people from overseas or all over could actually see you and you could get an opportunity. So I think he's motivated, for some personal achievement, just as the achievement for the team overall. So you'll see some good things from him. I think you'll see some good things from him. I think he's rather, I think he has learned a valid lesson. And I hope he will imply that into his game and both on and off the field.
I must say though, you see, if Dinthill go on to win DaCosta Cup this year or a major trophy, whether DaCosta Cup or Champions Cup, it will be a story for the ages. It will be talked about. Trust me.
Yeah, trust me, man. I think so too. To go and win DaCosta Cup or any trophy at all, in a season where there's so much mental pressure, it really would be a talk about one, a one for the history, one for the book for sure, Laron.
Definitely one for the books, man. Because
Right,
remember,
people.
it's been so much, and this is just first round. It's just
Yeah,
been
man.
first round.
Sorry about that, people. I got thrown off at a power cut.
Oh, JPS a beat you bad.
Why it just flick on and flick off, and then
where G. Edley is concerned, I think this week the entire public will know exactly whether or not he will be playing any at all for the season. Yeah, where G. Edley is concerned, I think it's in the hand of Issa to give its ruling. I think it has nothing to do with the school. It has nothing to do with whether or not he's eligible. It's just in the hands of Issa, the governing body, to make that decision right now. So that's it for Gio.
but Randy,
Yeah.
you're saying it's not about the school. What's the position around Gio? I don't understand. It must have been an eligibility factor.
Definitely not. He's in terms of the requirement that is required, that you need to play. He has all of it.
So what is standing in his way?
It's just a government body decision, which is Issa, to give the green light on him. I think there's what how do I put it? I'm trying to find. I'm just trying to find a way to put it in the simplest form. We would have submit everything for him to play. He has been in the system. Remember, GAL played in 2021 for us. So it's just a matter of Issa to give the green light on it. They're investigating some stuff where he's concerned, personally. So it's a matter of whether or not they will give the green light for him to play in the competition. So it has nothing to do with academics. It has nothing to do with that. It's just a personal issue with him and Issa. Well, I think sometime this week, we will definitely know.
Should ask if in a positive or negative way. If it would definitely have to be positive if Dinthill win after going through so much this season. Has to be talked about in a positive way.
Yeah, man, definitely a positive way, man. It's really a turnaround, It's really a turnaround story. But
So he's back. Sarah with Wagwan.
Dalton, you're back.
Yeah, man. Light went.
Oh, okay.
I saw you and see him both.
The current went and come back.
Okay.
Ranking.
Yo.
Oh, go on. Happy birthday, man.
Sorry.
Happy birthday, Rankin. Me they have a drink for you, my boy.
Yes, man. Me reply to you in a group, man. I true me they just come off of the road.
All right.
Make sure
Yeah.
say something mixed with strong in all road.
Can't manage nothing. Well,
So
strong
ranking
night
like
and
with
work a
ranking
morning.
like with
Ranking, yeah,
like with
today.
your birthday
Yes,
ranking.
people.
You can't give
Yeah.
me a chance to eat like a food in idea.
All right, listen,
Hey,
just to break a bit, just
that have to go, that have to go by the whole committee. Laron have to authorize it. Then me have to sign all like paper them and then take over to Saudi. So just
No,
leave around the light
I
committee.
saw what you're saying.
no man, make him
yeah.
drink some juice, man.
I'm gonna take an I'm gonna jump out for a 5 minutes. I won't leave the studio just to pick up something on the outside. All right. But
Yes.
as I was saying, Randy, the question I ask is that as it relates to Geo, if it is, there must be some eligibility factor why Issa is holding on, or there's something to sort out. That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying that he doesn't meet requirements school-wise. I
Yeah.
just don't understand why is it, because you know me, I want to see the boys play.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's holding for so long, I just want to find out what the hell is happening. Big up yourself, media.
For the I think it's just it's not he's more than eligible. As I said, he has all the requirements to play. I just think it's more of I don't maybe think it's like an etiquette issue at this point in time, and it's just up to Issa now to make a decision whether or not the organization would allow him to play in this competition. So I just think it's down to that.
What is the case? Did he leave Dinthill and go to a next school and is now trying to come back?
No, it has nothing to do with that,
Oh,
it has nothing to do with that. I just think that from a personal standpoint, in assessing his situation, I just think that maybe Issa is just saying that he's not fit for the competition or whatever it is. I think how more like somebody from Issa who has the powers to speak on that issue at the appropriate time. But I just think that's the only thing right now. He is more than qualified to play, and that's the only all up. The only person can allow him to play right now is Issa. And
Randy, what I say to you, I don't think there's something that is missing. There's some level of information that is missing that you don't have.
I do have information, no, sorry.
Hold on. You don't have it because you are saying that you don't know why Issa is not, or Issa is holding up the thing. So that's the missing part of the puzzle for you.
Sorry. I
Yes.
do know why Issa is holding it up. That's why I just said it's more of an etiquette issue.
No,
right?
boss, there's no etiquette. There's nothing as it relates to etiquette and eligibility as it relates to Issa rules. I am saying it's either you're eligible based on certain things or you're ineligible based on other things.
It is more than eligible, Sadi.
It can't be more than eligible, Randy. What I say to you, I don't want to bring this in anything. And I will do my own investigation. I promise you by tomorrow night. I will get the report. I never get into it. Because
I really want, and a matter of fact, Sadi, when you take your 5 minute break, I would love for you to even, I know you can do your thing, but as I said,
you're not gonna be able to get it done tonight.
At this stage, it's just up to Issa. You know what I mean? He's qualified, and that's where it's at.
All right, so I'll get some more. Let's just, because there's something I believe is missing, and we need to get into it. I don't want to go, back and forth without getting the real facts about it. All right, but something is missing. All right, so
if you will play Saudi. You know what I mean? As I said to you, that's why I said I'm pretty sure in short order, where he's concerned, the entire public will know. You never know. But as it stands,
and it's just unfortunate, Randy, because I've been hearing that for the longest while. And if it is that Issa is holding on, yes, and this youth is missing playing time because of Issa negligence, I'll say, or
negligence.
Pardon?
I don't know if it's negligence.
But you said, big man. All right, leave it there. That's why I don't want to say certain things.
Sorry. Yeah,
Mm.
man, sorry. Again, I don't want to say I can't say it's negligent and Issa or what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not even privy to as to the rules per se where that is causing the all up. All I'm saying is that
Yes.
the institution would have submit everything for the individual. Is you know what I mean, and we're just waiting on Issa ruling.
But I'm saying to you, you said that is eligible to play. And if it is that is eligible to play, he should be played. So there's something that is missing. That's all I'm saying. So I'm gonna give it the opportunity to say, listen, let me do some background work. I've never checked on it. I'm just looking forward to see this youth come out and play.
Mm-hmm.
That's all me I look for. You understand? I know that there are some issues. I was just waiting to see how it unfolds. Big up yourself, Damien. Welcome to the show, man. I haven't seen you in a long while. What's going on, Shuku?
Am I on?
Are you hearing me, Shuku?
Yes.
Turn on your
me?
video and you realize if you're on, yes or no. Bless up yourself, man. You're live.
Okay, good night. Good night to the panel.
Bless up,
Okay.
Shoko.
That's
I asked a question in the box, and Laron responded to the question by saying that I asked if it would be a positive or a negative if Dinthill win the competition, and he said it will have to be a positive, right, Laron?
Yes, definitely.
But I disagree because I think there
Oh,
will be some people that said, "Well, oh, you guys allowed the indisciplined school to win."
Nobody would not
What
know
do you
them.
mean? I
what
understand. What do
about
you mean?
You understand?
allowing? The team would have worked hard and
There's a
win, man.
cloud of indiscipline over Dinthill based on the incident. Even we were afforded a home game and it was taken away and we had to play up by your turn. So that just showed me that probably that a lot of people don't want to see us at the moment because of the cloud that was hanging over us. It's just a reality because our home game was taken away from us, and the incident that occurred did not happen at Dinthill, it happened at McGrath.
May I just say something, Shuko? Let me just clear the air on that part of it.
Sure, sir.
All right. The issue with the home game not playing at Dinthill, let it clear. And I'm sure you heard it. It is the referees say that they're uncomfortable, yes, doing the games at Dinthill. The fact that the situation would have transpired and hence the referees would have taken some decisions, harsh decisions, and so they are scared of their own safety at Dinthill because of the involvement. So that is the reason surround that. That is the reason why they decided not to play the game there.
Okay, can I turn that around by asking you now, Mr. O's, a
Yes.
question?
Mhm.
Did you think that the referees overreact?
In which of the situations?
By just taking it so far to say that they don't want to do a game at Dinthill. What's the track record of us of us apart from that incident at Dinthill with
Sir,
referees for them to say that they don't wish to do the game
all right.
at Dinthill? I think they
Let me answer.
overreacted.
Let me answer you. I think the entire situation or the entire decisions that the referee took, I have said it before that I understand their plight, I support them, but it was in wrong timing. And I think you asked me about overreacted. While I may not use that term, I think it was harsh. The other part of it,
Okay.
what I'm saying to you, coming out of information, the referees would have said that they have received threats.
They have received threat.
Yes, sir.
And when they said that they have received threat, did they significantly said that it was coming from fans of Dinthill or anybody surrounding to Dinthill? Because
Sir, that left you and I now to think. What is it they're talking about? And I'm not going down. I'm saying based on information received, chattings on the even in the street, sir, and you know as well as I do, there's a lot of things that chat on the street may not go so or it go so. The fact of the matter is, this is their plight, this is their feelings, and I'm not gonna say they are right or wrong, but I'm just clearing the air the reasons why the match was taken, and there will be no further matches played at Dinthill.
I think I am not gonna say categorically that I just think that they're lying that there weren't any threats, because if there was a threat, I think some unscrupulous character are just trying to attach themselves to Dintil, because this institution Dintil, you can ask Laron. I know we're on the here now, so you will not get that. But we banter all the while, and Dintil has always been the butt of all the other teams that are been winning recently, or should I say consistently, like the Clarendon and all these teams that we're always losing. And we have lost in so many finals, semi-finals. We have never attacked a referee away from home or at home and all these things. So I just think it was just a knee-jerk reaction. It was just, I don't know. This thing was just building up too much. And I just think we need to just move on now and just try to just get over this and let the football be what we talk about in a positive way.
Chuku, it was a series of verbal and physical assaults on referee, which culminated into the Dinthill incident. And it's just that the Dinthill incident got caught and was highlighted, but Dinthill wasn't the only school that had the issue. However, it was highlighted because I think there was a breaking point when that happened. I remember say a referee the week before that ended up in hospital after being hit with debris at Maldan. So I think it just culminated into Dinthill, and then the whole of the pressure just come down upon Dinthill.
Exactly,
At that
Laroon,
point,
because
at that
I will
point,
I will
if it,
use an
I think,
analogy.
yeah,
I will use an analogy. I will use a situation in America. Lots of time there have been quite a number of incidents involving police using aggression towards black people. Am I wrong or right? In America,
yeah, definitely.
countless cases, but that one case that really stuck a chord with people, it was because it was recorded and it really hit wide internationally, right? Because it was caught on camera. So the Dintil thing, I guess it was just the, what they say, the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, I think everything just come down upon Dinthill head because a
And
series of
ev-
events were
since that
everything that
incident, I
happened.
haven't been I haven't been on here, and I just want to say that as a Dintil man, I did not condone anything that happened. You understand? But I still think that I will not throw the youths out. We're trying to help them, and I hope the Malik situation can be resolved, because I for one would like to see him rehabilitated and given a chance to continue his academical thing, and as long as also his sporting education as well. So
I think in terms of sports, his best bet is to continue at the club level. In terms of finishing school, I think he should be given the opportunity to finish school if he hasn't done anything that threatens other students or teachers at the institution. I
so you
think he
said,
should
you
be given.
mentioned club. Are you saying that he should not play any more football for the rest of his schoolboy career?
I mean, I didn't say he should not be if he's afforded that opportunity, but I think in the present moment, it is
No, yeah.
best for him to
Remember that he's
focus
already
on
been
that.
banned for this season, you know. So we're talking
Yeah.
about next
So,
season and beyond,
but
right?
Issa established that he is banned for the rest of the season. They did not specify any other season going forward. So I don't think that decision now lies with Issa. That decision lies with Dintil. So if he's not a threat to students, teachers, and his teammates, he should be afforded the
Laron,
opportunity to continue school. And if he's there next season and Issa mandates that he can play, and the school decides that he is fit enough to represent the institution at that point, then yeah, sure, no problem. Remember, say
Yeah, Laron.
a young youth in him, our
okay,
15, 16.
Laron.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, me just want to jump in for a quick second. Me nah jump in an argument. the player is banned for 1 calendar year. In the press release, which means he banned for this season and the starting of next season until he reach up to the exact date where he was banned, which was just gone. So not just this season he banned for. I'm just saying he's banned for 1 calendar year, starting the date when it actually happened. So when next season start,
So
he's
he
gonna
would
be
be,
still banned until
but he
like
would have been able
settle
to.
something. But
Listen to the
yes, he still
Yeah,
two
so
represent.
games
that's
If
into
that,
the
that,
season, he
that's
would be
still
able to
early in the
play.
season ranking.
yeah. I'm just saying, no, like I'm just when I mislead the people,
Yeah,
man, I
man.
think
Thank you
he's
for
banned
clearing
next
that. I
season.
understand what you're saying. I understand what you're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
saying. Yes,
Yeah,
good
so
thing that
he's
you
he's,
put that
ele-
out there.
he's
So then a
eligible to
quick
play next
question to
season.
you, Mr. Statistician. Quick question. All right, we're in a group with Clarendon. Yalas is the next team in the group as well. All right, I want to ask you a question because I know Clarendon six teams in the group, Laron.
Clarendon College Zone, 7.
7.
7.
Yes, 7. All right. So how many games you guys have leave? 1.
1.
So will you be playing a game before you play Dinthill on Saturday?
We will be playing 2 games before we play Dinthill Saturday. If we win one, if we win Monday, then it's guaranteed we're gonna play. I'm not sure if it's Dinthill Saturday or it would be Dinthill Saturday. Cause I would have played Port Antonio
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I asked the question knowing that you'll be
Dinthill
playing
Saturday.
Monday. That's why I asked. So probably I should have rephrased the question because I know you're gonna play Monday. So I mean, if will you be playing after Monday? And you have answered the question. So you have 2 games.
Yes.
Okay. So I know Clarendon is a team that pride themselves on fitness, but would you say that's advantage to Dinthill knowing that you're gonna play 2 games before you play us?
It would definitely be. I wouldn't say advantage because Dinthill play Wednesday as well. It's just that we would have a game in the tank, which I think
In the
we
legs.
can rotate the team and get players to play Monday and Wednesday and still recover for Saturday. We can do it, but we'll definitely be at a slight disadvantage, barring any injuries from between Monday and Wednesday, because it's a
Okay.
tight window.
That's a fair answer.
So top 10 is saying if CC win on Monday, they won't be playing Dinthill.
CC win Monday, then they'll play Dinthill on Saturday. Next week Saturday, that is.
Okay. All right.
Therapy. Are you saying that they will go into a different group, Sadi?
If CC fail to
No.
win Monday, then they go into a
Listen,
different zone and will not play Dinthill.
if you win the zone, if CC win the zone, they play Dinthill, right?
Yes.
Correct.
If they don't win,
Then we go in a
don't,
zone with
they go
Glenview.
in a different zone. So you'll
Yeah.
play Central instead of Clarendon, Shuko. If Central win, you play Central.
I know Laron would be disappointed, because as Laron said so eloquently, Dinthill is a sure point for Clarendon.
We would be leading the zone on 3 points. So that me say.
Shuko, Shuko,
Yes, sir.
why did you fire your coach?
Why did we fire the coach? We did not fire the
You,
coach. And
Shuko. I
yes,
said, why did you?
and I just answered that I did not fire the coach. Dinthill did not fire the coach. But guess what, Nasadi? I do not wish to answer any question on Dinthill. I am not here representing Dinthill in that capacity. If you want somebody to answer for Dinthill, you have to get to Mr. Everton Burke.
Shuko,
These
oh
people
yeah,
are managers.
why Shuko? Just cool on my youth. Me just ask you a question, bro. Me know you don't have the
Look
power
my
to fire
band
the
there,
coach.
Shuko.
No, Shuko know me, Shuko. I just press me, I
I
press
wish
Shuko.
I wish the coach the best going forward. I
Yeah,
wish
but
the
we all
coach the
know the
best
coach
going
resigned.
forward.
I know that he was not fired. I'm just pulling
Wish
you,
the
Shuko.
coach the best going forward. I'm just hoping that whoever take charge will just shuffle the pack and we still have a good unit, can just salvage something from the season. We don't know where it will lead us, but we'll always be there drumming up the support, Sadi, as you saw by Charlemont, even when we were losing. We are Dinthill.
The support was
And
weak to Shuko, man. First, me say I've never seen a Dinthill Charlemont game with such minute spectators.
I don't know if people. I don't know if the weather have anything to do with the whole heap of rain that's been falling every evening of late.
Well, me don't want to get into it. Me don't want you think say me I take your hand, but I don't
No
think so.
man, come on, Sadi. No man.
Sir, I have been to games with Dinthill. All when if Dinthill have played Teachus, the Dinthill Teachus game is bigger than the Charlemont Dinthill game.
So what are you alluding to? Are you saying that the Dinthill fans give up?
No, sir, I'm asking you.
Well, Sadi, I can only speak for myself because I will be there at every game, even if Dintill's playing the final game and we have no chance of going to the next round.
Me know you
So I
sure.
can't speak for the other fans.
Dalton and Randy, me know na star Dinthill supporter. I'm respect enough for that. You know that the thing said. You know, I want to say something, people, and to Shuku, because a lot of people, somewhat maybe in recent time too, even from last year, because Shuku used to say that I am anti-Dinthill. I am not anti-Dinthill. And if it is that some people believe, unfortunately, I remember outside of the situation that took place the other day, everybody wanted Sardi Crest to be at a Dinthill game. But it's just unfortunately that some people say, boy, Sardi Crest push this thing out. I've been pushing Dinthill ever since because there are 3 schools, people. And matter of fact, prior to me, to this year, at 2 schools games me cover through and through. The Dinthill games and the Edwin games. If you check and see the archives or the archives, right? Am I right, Chuku?
You're right.
So that's where Sardi Crest always been. So in recent time now, me cover Jonathan. So 3 schools this year that I cover.
But on that day when Dinthill was playing Magra, weren't Jonathan playing on the same day?
Yes. They were playing
And you
away.
choose to cover the Dinthill game?
I live in Linston and I was coming from a funeral in Mali. So I stopped at the closest game. I would not have reached probably miss out the first half in that Jonathan game. So what's the problem?
Okay. No, I just asked the question, sir.
Is this the second time you ask a question to me? Ask if there's a problem.
I thought you would have chosen your own school.
Would you believe? And let me tell you this. I have more fans who are Dinthill supporters. Far much more fans than this Sardi Crest who are Dinthill supporters than any other school. Is that so, Dalton?
Wait, go again, Sadi, go again.
Me say I have more fans on this show. More Dinthill fans than any other school.
Okay.
I don't want to start calling names, but I have Dinthill fans who would pay me to go and do their games, Are overseas because they want to see it. It's no joke. And I have been following.
I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was there, all right, you said you have a lot of fans in the Dinthill fraternity, but was there any negative reaction knowing that it was the Sardi Crest lenses that highlighted that to the world?
Yes, man, even from you.
Really? When did I put it to you that I blamed you? Did I say that?
Man. Yeah, man, you said it.
Did I say that on here?
No. You and I.
You're going no holds bar now. All right.
No, Shuko, you asked me a question. So if you never want to answer the radio, you should have kind it differently. And I think those fans who are blaming me, they don't have any ill intent. You understand? It's just a situation that happened. Those who are saying, boy, Sardi Crest, they don't have anything against Sardi Crest. It's just
all right. Let me put one more to you. All right. I want you to explain something to me. When that incident occurred at Dinthill, the match was finished, right?
Yes.
How come the cameras were still on?
All right. Let me ask Dalton to answer that one point. Dalton,
Uh,
answer.
hmm.
It's a two-part question, so I think you should listen to the second part before you ask him.
All right. Go to the next part.
All right. How come the cameras were still on? And then the next thing is this: when you was at your school game, was there an incident that occurred and you asked for the cameras to be turned off?
No, I didn't ask for any camera to turn on. And more so, that incident was not on the field.
But you were still doing damage control by ensuring that it
No, no,
wasn't
no,
being
no,
recorded.
sir. No. I did not. The camera, listen to what took place. I left the camera to quell that situation that was on the court where the spectators were. I left another guy to tell him just go on a parade because I have to move. When I return,
And that guy did not point the camera on the incident.
listen, when I returned, the battery on the tablet died. I didn't realize that it wasn't charging. And then I switched from the tablet to using my phone.
I wish
So
the battery that died in Magrat.
I would have used my phone. May always have my backup, Chuku. But the point I'm making is you cannot compare both situations because the situations that took place at Magra was on the field of play where the cameras would have been. The game. So I would want Dalton to answer that question for you, Shoko, or for me. Dalton, go ahead.
Oh yeah, the incident at McGrath, the camera was already on. Understand? Because we were about to go to the field for the interview, so we think already have the camera on. So it didn't really put it say a set the camera just to catch the thing already. It was we were about to lift up everything and carry out the when the liquor war start. I will see just catch on the camera like that. It's not even the purposely same a video like that.
A matter of fact, it's in the night I recognize that I have so much of it because I was not looking at the camera. Anyway, Dane, yeah, man, we have a few Jonathan Grant fans, man. Big up yourself, you know, Dane and Naka and all of them. You know. Yeah, man, we have a few Jonathan fans here, but I'm just saying, as it relates to school and comparison, I can tell you. Say, Andrew Reader. Andrew, me never want to tell them all of the thing, you know, Andrew. Andrew Reader, big Dinthill fan. But I say, go Shuko. And as me say, no, it is just sad that situation took place. And
Yeah, that's one of those deals.
yeah, man, I'm sure that if you had won that game, you wouldn't want any of those goals to be missed from the flip. Me wrong or am I right? I'm just saying.
Sorry,
Yes.
me not try to change the topic. However, this rule that ISA has with regards to schoolboys playing in the JPL and requiring a 6-day recovery period before being eligible to play in a schoolboy football competition. I think it is foolishness.
Yeah.
100% agree. 100%.
Because if you can have if you can have a school play Saturday, then on Monday, and then on Wednesday again, then on Saturday, why can't a schoolboy play Sunday, then go play Wednesday?
All right. So,
Sorry, before you answer. Sorry, just before you answer. That run.
Yeah.
If the what they call it now? If the grace period was 3 days, you wouldn't better, bro. Talk it through. If it was 3
If the
days.
grace period was 3 days, it would have been
Oh
way
God,
better.
it's a whole lot better, bro.
Because
Because
if a schoolboy
Monday in a JPL, he can't play the weekend game, you know.
No, sir.
It don't make no sense.
True.
all right. So let me get into it. While I don't totally agree with the rule, but I think the difference in the rule is not so much that teams are playing 2 days or 3 days in schoolboy competition. I think it's because of the two different levels of competition. Yes, I strongly believe that if there's a player and coaches who can manage those players, fine. I understand that. But then it is sort of a political battle, if you ask me, about this JPL / schoolboy football. And if it is that Issa or Mr. Wellington at it is, would have decided that. And I think the window, as you mentioned, is far too long. But there's also a little concern. let me share this part of it, which is just recently I understand that aspect of it. There's a FIFA rule, and there are some issues that we may go into, because when you look at competition rules, are different organizations can set or tweak the rules. So there's a FIFA rule that would have stated that no player can play in more than one competition, or where there are two different organizations, if you understand. All right, but there's a little what would I know, deviation as it relates to ISA and their competition. So if it is that that was taken into consideration,
So, Sadi,
the players would not have been able to play any at all.
interject, Sadi. When you say
Yes.
they can't play in more than one competition, you mean for two different teams?
Yes,
Okay. Just
for
to
two
clarify.
different teams. So what I am saying is that if you look around that road, but again, there's a technical glitch, or should I say, understanding as it relates to ISA and their run competition, because the different groups or organizations can tweak the rules, yes, add or subtract certain things, not subtract, but to add. So there's that difference. But yes, ISA would not be so privy to that based on certain things. The fact that ISA is also an arm of the Jamaica Football Federation, it should have been a part of that rule.
But there was also the understanding that if players that are playing in schoolboy football would later join their JPL team in and about January after the schoolboy football competition ended, and there was no issue where that is concerned, because there was no time when I can remember a schoolboy
Yes,
alternating between the two.
it is during the competition is the problem. And remember, if the player goes on to play and sign any contract, then they can't go back to play schoolboy football.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a whole lot of things to think about. And you know, as I say, it
And I
is
understand each team is allowed 3 amateur players on a match day squad.
5.
5?
Yes.
Okay.
So you see, one of the things is, and I hear ranking, I hear you loudly. It's not something that we'd agreed on or love. But the truth of the matter is, these sometimes are some rules that we probably have to look deeper than how it is or on the face of it. Yes, because many of us would have said things, you know, but look back at where we are coming from. Because there are some other rules before, you know. For example, prior to this, any player who gets a red card or disciplinary matter outside of a ISA game, let's say JPL, Major League, Minor League, anywhere in the country, that same ruling would goes over into the schoolboy football. Did you know that?
Wait, hold on. What's
Well,
that?
that
Is that rule active
so
right now?
Because there's no such case. But I'm
So
saying to you, yes.
Sadi, educate me. That is a rule that is active currently.
I think it is active, but one of the things is that why some things don't come to play, because there are no scenarios or situations around us. So you can go back and do those aspects of it.
Mega
I
research that.
think
Yes, you can.
I think the rule would make more sense if the rule stated that a schoolboy player cannot play JPL during the schoolboy season.
But that would have harder, brother.
No, it would make more sense.
No,
It
you
would
get
be
an
more
opportunity.
logical.
No, you get an opportunity to play. So it would have been harder to say that.
But
But I understand where you're going.
it has been a case where there was an understanding there. There was no official rule. However, there was an understanding there that, look, you play schoolboy football, January you're gonna join up with the JPL team. There was that understanding, and players weren't playing both. Now the rule come in, I see players playing both. So I think the rule just encouraged some teams to say, hey, send these players, since the competition is not that high in the first round, send these players go play JPL, then come back a schoolboy football for the second round.
All right, just give me another few minutes.
I
Continue
think
the
that has opened
conversation, please.
a can of worm just so.
All right, no problem. Just give me 5 minutes. We can continue the conversation because this is very, very interesting. So, Rankin, I want you to do that discussion, that research.
Yes, man, because that's very interesting.
Yeah, man, I have seen it. It affected me already. Not me personally as the player that was involved, but my team.
I know that rule is applied in Europe as well. If you get suspended in the league, you can't play the League Cup or the FA Cup.
Yeah, man, it
You
is.
understand?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I know
just
that, but you can't play. You can't play Champions League.
Any other
you can't play any FA run competition.
Yeah,
But
correct.
But that shouldn't be a case where because ISA and the JPL are two different entities. So
they are two different, but they are under the umbrella of ISA as well. Of not ISA, but Jamaica Federation.
I understand. I get what you say, Laron, and I get what you say, Sadi. I have to go research this.
Yeah, man. So the major governing body,
mhm.
you understand, would have dictated at different points to every other organization. But then again, people are gonna look out and say, just in recent time, would have said, but you see, we are saying ISA competitions and extracurricular activities. It is, but based on where it is now and the stakes that are at. For example, we are using the same referees, the same rules as it relates to football. So we can't really take ourselves out of everything or to let some aspect of it suit us, for a better word. But just give me a few minutes. Continue the conversation, Laron and Rankin. Rankin, you have a lot to say. Because I want you are the statistics man right across Schoolboy football right now.
Yeah,
we recognize now that all the big guns in the DaCosta Cup have lost a game.
correct.
R2.
Let me just interject. Mannings and Froome hasn't lost.
Yes, but they were not considered widely as big guns. Am I right?
I'll make a case for Froome, but I think Mannings was always considered by a lot.
Mm-hmm. Man is the favorite tag.
But I want to pose a question to the panel. You know, Shuko and Randy still here?
Yeah, man, they are there.
Okay. What I want to put to the panel, right? What I want to put to the panel, right? I was having a conversation, and you know, people are very passionate when it comes on to schoolboy football. I am very passionate about it, but I'm also very realistic about it. So I went as far as to say that any schoolboy football team in this recent time, like the best one, all right, let's say the Clarendon College that won back-to-back titles, right? I told them that if even that Clarendon College team should enter the Jamaica Premier League, they would finish last in the table after all the games finish. Do you guys agree with me?
Yeah, it's a different level of competition, and that should be expected. Schoolboys versus professionals or semi-professionals. That should be expected. And if a schoolboy team should participate in a JPL made up of solely schoolboy footballers and finish even mid-table, it would be a shame on the National League.
Correct. What do you guys have to say about it? Dalton, you still here? Shoko? Randy?
Yeah, I know what you say, good. Repeat.
Okay, no problem. So I'm saying, we're saying if one of the best schoolboy football teams ever made, right? In the recent years, should enter the Premier League. That's our Premier League. I said that they would finish last. I didn't say that they will lose all the games, but they will finish last in the league. And some people were saying that I'm crazy to think that.
No, you're not crazy. You're right. You're right. Because
ask
even
you,
if one of these top schoolboy team play even against a tier two team, it's troubling at some area, much less a Premier League team. You understand?
what is
It's difficult.
two different levels of fitness,
Yeah,
physicality, pace.
yeah,
The thing is, people
yeah.
see
There are a lot of difference. We have to look at.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
some teams playing a certain way, and
yeah,
the thing is, these people who say these things often only go schoolboy football games.
Correct.
yeah. Because the majority of Jamaica people, I nowadays a lot of people start follow Premier League because a lot of people just base at the schoolboy level. And they know nothing much more than they might choose a international side and just basically so they don't know the level of what our Premier League really play at and them something. You understand? So they will say things like those.
Because I used to work at KLAS. I used to, in the same season, I was covering schoolboy games during the week and on Saturday, and I was covering JPL games on the weekends. Yeah, the JPL games tend, when with certain teams, it tend to look more scrappy, but it's because of the level of the competition and the intensity and the physicality of the football. Schoolboy games are way slower, way more mistakes made, which
Yeah.
result into
Mhm.
some some comedic goals than at the JPL level. So you tend to see more goal scores at the schoolboy level as opposed to the JPL. You tend to see one team dominating more at the schoolboy level than when it comes to JPL. JPL, the
So
competition
right.
is way tougher.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these people only watch schoolboy football, so they don't really understand different levels to the game. Are some people, all right, when people often say club league and Champions League is better than World Cup or international football, which they're not looking into the facts. Say you're training with your club team 11, 11
Mm-hmm.
months out of the year and playing with them 11 months out of the year, and you're
Correct.
in your
Yeah,
national
true.
team for a small window, or you're playing with a bunch of superior players at your club level as
Yes.
opposed to
Mm-hmm.
when you go to your national team. A lot of people don't understand this. Them just look upon it and say, yo, this better than this because it look better. Or even at the JPL, you're playing a level of a Liverpool or a level of Arsenal and you play Burnley down there. So it's gonna look different. It's gonna look way different than if Spain are play England in an international game. It's gonna look way different.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, another one. I agree with it. The thing is, a lot of the times, as I said, these footballers, they are with the persons they are with 11 months of the year, bro. It's like
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
everybody in the Sadiq crew. We know each other how they talk, the temperament and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Once you hear a
So,
voice, you know.
right. So we know how. All right, Larry love the ball and foot, so I give him the ball and foot. You know, that and love bring
Yeah,
down the wing, me I give him the ball over the top. So you
yeah.
know these guys, you've been with them 11 months of the year. Now you fly out,
Mm-hmm.
gone back to your home country. 22 other players are fly from all over the country. Sometimes not even know their middle name, their last name. You just know say,
Yeah.
it's harder. It's
Them play
harder.
Yeah,
a
and
It becomes
people that play
them
really
play
different
harder.
pattern of football and stuff. Yeah.
them play them play different system. Them play different
Mm-hmm.
levels of football. Cause some are play on a Saudi, some are play over Spain, some are play over England,
Yeah.
some are play MLS, some are play USL.
And then come for
So
1 3 day, 4 day, that now go put a good
Thank
quality
you.
today and more time.
When you
exactly.
fly from all over the world for 2 days, you know run up and down for 2 3 days, and then is a match. Then 2 3 days, 4 days is
Yeah.
another match.
You
Then it's
can't
another
get the
match.
better of it. Mhm. You will never get the quality where you get from club in them stuff there.
Never.
Like that. You understand?
The cohesion, the quality probably, but like the chemistry. This
I
is
mean
why
the
we say,
cohesionness where you find
yeah.
out they understand them one another like that depth, as
Then
what you
Laron
say.
and Dalton. This is why Spain will always be the kind of team, because most of them footballers, 2 and 3 clubs they play from,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause Spain understand this and their federation push for this. See, most of them players tier Spain and
Yeah, yard breed. Yeah.
And staying in Spain gives you an advantage of making Spain team than somebody playing outside of
Cause
Spain
them
who is a
homegrown for them
qualified.
ball of them.
Yeah,
Yes, man. Trust me.
them grow them and them make them play in a system from them at the
You notice
baby. The
them play
right.
to a system. Yeah.
Yeah, and every coach have a coach that way there where them want them coach, and the coach them go through continuous education. So it's not like, oh, you will get a A license or you will get a B license and you stop this up because you
Mhm.
continue if you go through refresh cycle and all of that. Coaches continually go through educational programs to refresh and adapt to any changes within their system. So it's a whole it's a whole different level when it comes to Spain and developing football down there. So
But the thing about it is in Laron, I will kind of divert too far, but I go just cut off you right after this. Why England then can't do the same? I think England only in the recent times, it's Sancho was in Germany and
Mm-hmm.
who else? I can't even tell you two persons.
Not much of them. Maybe one
Yeah,
or
Kane,
two.
yeah, Kane went to Germany. Sancho was in Germany.
because
I can't give you five players.
say English clubs they are able
Mm.
to develop their own style of play and then play how them play. You will find a Chelsea and an Arsenal where pass the ball and City them will pass it to death. And then you have teams like West Ham them we hit you with the long ball, we hit you with the counter attack, we hit you with the and you have the team them like the Brighton them and the Nottingham Forest them will press you to death.
Yeah, just
So you have
press. Yeah.
each so you have each team where play them different styles. So it's not
Yeah,
one
high
style
press.
in
Like a
England.
Liverpool, they play high press.
Yeah, you
Very
High
have
high
press
press.
with Liverpool.
and then you have teams like Chelsea where we pass sideways till them shift you out of position and then attack Chelsea and City
Mm-hmm.
and Arsenal
With
them.
the speed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So each English team is able to develop their own style. In Spain, everybody play the same way. In Germany, everybody play the same way.
So
In
one thing
Belgium,
you know,
in Belgium, everybody play the same way.
why in England, me I tell you, said all this time I always look into it and said the players play the one in the one country and them can't come together and make a cohesive team to say yes, they will challenge for this and challenge for that. Because them not just the coach, but they have some of the most explosive players when you come on to talent and when they're playing. When you like watch England play Larry and that and you
England
hate watch
also
England play that?
Yeah,
England
yeah.
also like to England also
I
like
think
to
I want to see them play
dispose of
one match.
England also like to dispose of players, especially players that can represent another country. What they will do is once them hear talks about that player going to another country, then we give them one cap and make them or two caps and make them ineligible and then dash them away.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
Likes
then do
of
it everywhere.
Tommy Abraham who could have played for Nigeria. Them try with Hudson Odoi. Them several of our players them we could have we were hoping would join along them just give them a one cap or two cap
Yeah, get
because
them
now
two cap and tie them up.
Ivan Tony cap for them and then now him gone to Saudi Arabia. I'm not get no call back in so
Done them team. Mm-hmm.
done with them.
English FA fight dirty still. And I feel you tell everyone.
Yeah. Yeah man them play man. Them
I
go
fight
to
dirty though.
them go to work
Mm-hmm.
dirty. Them work dirty but
Saudi did always start this stuff again tomorrow.
but coming back locally though, I see Joshua Anglin coming to the national team replacing Damian Lowe.
And Anglin.
Yeah, Joshua Anglin.
What happened to Damian though?
Yellow card suspension.
You said
Oh,
the dream
okay.
and low?
Oh,
Huh?
suspension.
Yeah, him can't play against Honduras. Him get 3 yellow
Okay.
card
You
for
carried
play.
out.
Yeah, him card out.
Okay.
So Joshua and Glynn come in as replacement. Coach say watch him
We
play
have
one
replacement
game
team, man.
and coach say watch Joshua play and him look really good in the JPL game. So I'll give him a shot in the squad. So what keep party, man?
How would that, man?
Daddy.
What go on, so?
Oh,
Daddy,
sorry.
I keep party, man.
I'm not inviting you.
Start the party are going. Boy, I know me
What
just see
you
the
do?
match ticket reach a me on yet, you know. Most of the morning, them all sending.
That sounds good, Dalton. Would you already start discuss again for tomorrow already? Or no?
Mm-hmm.
No, I actually
No,
started
no
it already
discuss.
start discuss the
No,
games for
no
tomorrow.
discussion. No discussion. No go out with games tomorrow.
How much game I play tomorrow again? 5?
And I'm not sure. I just know it's a CC I play. That's all I'm
A
tracking.
5 match?
Yeah, both CC game and Lennon and
Okay.
Denby.
Hey, no, so
You know what
them
I'm saying?
game they serious in our way still, although them team, one certain team gone through already, but
Mm.
Central against Clarendon is a serious game, that, you know.
It's all about who top the zone and who comes second.
Hmm?
The game they
The
all
thing
Yeah, who
about
about
it
top
who
is
is,
on
top the
who
zone
come
and who
second.
comes second.
Yeah,
mm,
so,
the thing about it, Laron,
what you
Central
going to
now,
draw?
We
Central
draw
top it.
Central top the zone. Central a lead upon
Okay,
Central upon 19 points, CC upon 18.
okay.
The thing about it now, Laron, right? Central, we are going to discuss every game we have played tomorrow. So
Mm-hmm.
Central knows for a fact that they don't have to win. So what you think we have to approach that game? You think Charlemont College will go all out to tap the zone tomorrow? Laron?
Think it would be nice. I think the biggest thing for Clarendon College is not to lose to Central twice or drop
Yeah, one of them to lose. That's it. Oh, yeah, that's it.
or drop
First
or
of
drop
all,
or drop
play
more than
safe.
or drop more than or drop more than three
Mm-hmm.
points to Central. I think that's the biggest thing over topping the group. But so I think they will be pushing for the win.
Yeah.
Also, you want to win every game. You also want to go into the round of 32 on a high.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an important game. It's important to win. It's not only about topping the group, but it's about the momentum and it's about
Yeah,
the
teams that
pride
want
that
momentum going to the next game. Yeah.
yeah, and it's about and the pride of not dropping more than 3 points to Central for the season.
So question to you now, Dalton, right? We know all of this already, right? So don't you think that this is going to play into Central hands? How do you think Central is going to set up knowing that Clarendon College is coming all out to try and win that game? And Central basically just need to draw. If you were the coach of Central, how would you approach this game, Dalton?
Well, you know this game, me go into this game for win the game. Me don't want my ball and them come to say, boy, me want them to come with a mind, say, yes, me beat them in the first round. Me want to repeat what me do. Understand? Me want to go out there and start from the whooping the whistle to bring it game to them. Me not go, they go sit back now. Me I try bring a game to them, especially in the first 15 minutes. Yeah, make sure me go at them, at them. You understand? President, then me sister me come to play the game because me go relax and try to relax. It all bring. We know the type of game over the years a Clarendon team is. You understand? They might not
Yeah.
start out fast, but the more the game go on, Clarendon can be very dangerous. So me I go into this game with a mind to attack and play attacking football against the Clarendon team and try be as much direct as I can.
So basically, you're going to the game trying to be on the front foot, basically.
Yes.
Understand? Boy,
Because
Dalton.
the thing is this, you can't make in the sense why I'm
Mm,
doing this, you can't make a Clarendon team get comfortable in the game because they will knock it around. And when Clarendon start knock it around, you know, with a coach like Lenny Hines, when they find that rhythm, it is hard for them to let go that rhythm. So you have to try if you cramp them as much as possible. And you understand?
yeah, man, I agree with you on that, But probably Larona can correct me or you can correct me. But if me was a coach, I'm going to just be real, you know. Probably we don't know more than me in the football. Me know for a fact that Clarendon need to win. I mean, I need to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me a set up direct in a Dalton. Me not say me a defend right in front of my box.
Yeah, direct
But me
you
a
have
go
to go,
do
man. You have to go direct.
yeah. Me a go do a mid press because me don't want my
Mm-hmm.
first four players for the press down pan and defenders too much. That's just me
Yeah,
still.
you're right. Yes, you have to do a
Yeah,
mid press.
so them a draw out my first four player with them passing. And by the time
Mm-hmm.
them the first four players that out of the game, my midfield basically stretch. So me I go say, all right, guys, we are keep it cool. When them pass the half line, we are press the football. When they in at the half, them good with them. They knock you until tomorrow morning come. Them have to come and score. But when them reach the half line, we are trying to get the football from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then when we get the football, we are gonna try to play it either over the top or to the wingers to give them some problems. You understand? But
Mm-hmm.
me personally, Dalton, me not go all out with Clarendon College, you know. Because me get all 4-2 and something there, you know. You get me?
Yeah.
Me no know what Laron think about that. Me
In a
personally,
sense like that, stick up in Donaldo. In a sense like that, if me train my boy, them, that is if me train them this way, as a formation, me name play. In a game like this, me I play a 4-2-3-1 formation.
mm-hmm.
You know, you know why me I play a 4-2-3-1 formation?
Yeah, crowd him in field.
Right. That means everybody, me always have people who can come back to do that black. To do that black. You understand? That mid black. At all the time because I can't be pattern of football clarinet. You have to have that those two person above the defense line we can drop in there so and fill in there so with them with one out of three up there so I feel always I fill in there so for drop back in there so feel them there. So me always I go have that amount of numbers. Now look for numbers in the middle there. So you understand?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Dalton,
But if you not practice it, it's not gonna be easy for them play it like that.
you know, me I disagree with you in terms of the formation there. And in terms of the approach, me agree. In
Mm-hmm.
terms of the formation, I think a four
Mm-hmm.
two three. I think a 4-2-3-1 kind of too narrow. If I was
No,
central, I
but
would have played a
it can be
4-1.
narrow.
4-1.
If you
And
not
hold on, Dalton.
utilize it two
Let,
outside player in I three, you know. That's the way it ought be too narrow. You have
Mm-hmm.
to
no,
utilize them.
Dalton, make Laron get a chance. And then you go
Mm-hmm.
again.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I said that, Dalton,
Mm-hmm.
CC throughout the first round
Mm-hmm.
has been struggling down the middle, like going directly
Okay.
through the middle.
Okay.
Most of the success has been
Mm-hmm.
coming from wide play. Them killer will
Okay.
pass and them shift your sideway
Mm-hmm.
and then cut in our deliver crosses and killer. Through the middle, we have been
Mm-hmm.
atrocious. We have been
Okay.
atrocious. So I would more focus on nullifying their wide players than
Okay.
nullifying than the middle. However,
Okay. Me understand. Can you
I
know
would
the
still
thing
pay
there? Mm-hmm.
attention to I would still pay attention to the middle,
Yeah.
but they have enjoyed more success from from the wide areas. And on my side, I may
Yeah.
say that I've seen the games and
Yeah, in that case still,
we
but
we've been atrocious through the
before
middle.
2 3, you know, we nullify any type of formation if you check it out still. You know. It can nullify that's the best to nullify any formation a team of play still.
If the
It can
players
do it
understand,
if
if
you
the
know to
players
utilize. As
understand
me
it.
say, if you know to utilize. Hmm?
hmm But anyway, in any case, it should be a good game. Um, Central um,
Mm-hmm.
have the advantage. All them have to do is not lose. CC uh, will need to win because one we need the to bounce back from that Demby disaster, and
Yeah, yeah.
we need good momentum going into that round of 32.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's a dry day. Last time we played on a Wembley against Lennon, it was wet and heavy underfoot condition. So
Mm-hmm.
um, if it's dry, it should be a better pitch. So than Effortville and Denby. So we should enjoy the way we play football on the ground. However, should be an interesting game. We do need that window. Definitely.
I agree with that. I agree with another one because I believe.
Go on.
Miss Williamson, I believe Dalton
Mm-hmm.
and Larry, like I believe topping the zone is more important than beating Central. But
Mm-hmm.
I think the situation is now changed. Like, all right, what I'm saying, Biscal Larun, if there's a case where Clarendon could have drawn the game and top
Yeah.
the zone,
Mm-hmm.
and all right, best way to explain it. If Central and Clarendon were in reverse position and Clarendon was on top, I think the approach would have been different in Larun. You agree or not?
The approach would be different from who? From Central or from Clarendon?
From Clarendon.
I don't think Clarendon ever changed their approach to a game though. Like
Yeah.
there's hardly a time when Clarendon College go in a game and say, yo, we're gonna sit in a lower block and see out the game. Yeah. It's always been, hey, we're gonna stick to this and we're gonna dead by this or we're gonna win by this. So I don't think, regardless of the position, the tactics or the way them play would have changed much. Probably like a tweaking, but the approach wouldn't have been much different. I don't think.
Go ahead now, Dalton. Dalton, go ahead.
Okay. What I was about to say? Something I want to ask Laron. Wet ball for Clarendon. Do you think when they play wet ball, or them look when them play wet ball? You think they more prefer the dry ball than the wet ball? Them,
And
in other words,
it depends on how wet the pitch is, cause you know how them play, how we play
okay.
already. If the
Because
pitch is
so
wet
the
and
sticky tacky ball when them play, you
yeah,
understand? But yeah,
if the
which
underfoot
field them a play on tomorrow?
Wembley, Veer Field,
Veer
Veer
field.
United Field, yeah.
Veer field is a good field, right?
Decent, in a bad,
Okay, so
decent.
uh, so even if the rainfall, the drainage good.
That may I say the last time we played
Yeah.
Lennon down there, it was heavy rain, so it is still good. Them could have moved the football. However, it was very heavy underfoot condition, so
Okay.
the ball was slower and
Mm-hmm.
over the grass, and it made it a little bit more difficult.
Okay.
So as long as it not heavy to the point where it's affecting how the ball roll or
Yeah, we'll see good quality game. Okay.
how the gameplay, then they're good. They're decent.
So the last time you guys play Central, what was Central real strength in the game?
Um, that
Technicality.
game, the Central mostly stayed in a mid block, mid to
Okay.
lower block and hit on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
it was hard to break them down, and we missed a number of
Mm-hmm.
chances. And then they got a free kick,
Mm-hmm.
good little distance out from the goal. Player kick the ball, barely get over the wall. Um, straight to the keeper, and somehow the keeper dropped the ball in the goal. Like drop the ball, like literally it just trickled over the line.
Okay.
So it was a goalkeeping error. And yesterday, both goals against Demby was a goalkeeping error by the same goalkeeper.
No, no misfortune yesterday. That was a misfortune, a big blunder by your goalkeeper.
It
That
was a
cost you
it
that.
was a it was a was a
Terrible,
very
real terrible.
was
Yeah,
terrible.
Laron was visually upset, man. Trust me.
It was stupid. It was a very stupid mistake.
And that's what schoolboy is all about at times. They just do stupid things, eh?
The stupid things. But even the first goal, like it was a cross come over where the keeper could have come out and grab, stay up on him line, and the man him bundle it over. And then him go down, him down at the next end, him go him do something that stupid. Like, come on.
Mediocre,
If
eh?
we had if we had gotten a point from the Denby game, then we would, if we never do that foolishness there, and the game draw
Mm-hmm.
1-1, the zone would have set up different now,
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
because we would have
That
been
was
on the
the blood that
we
put
would have been on the
put in
same
the
point.
back.
We would have,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we would have been on the same points, leading on goal difference. So that kind of just threw off the whole thing. So I don't know what the talk with him is from the coaching staff, but the good thing is that the keeper that will be his replacement is a competent keeper. So because it's a keeper from last year that will come in the goal now. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's not a
Well, we're
big
expecting some
blow.
fireworks tomorrow.
Yeah, man, good game, good game.
What about the next game? What do you think it would be like?
You know, I haven't seen a Porter.
It's
Well,
Lennon and
if
Lennon,
it's
no?
going to no, it's
Lennon and
no man.
Denby.
Oh, the zone H is Lennon and Denby.
Lennon and Dembe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey,
Lennon can go through again. Only Dembe.
Lennon can go through if they beat Denby by about, I think, 4 goals or something like that.
Oh
But
No,
wow.
that
I
never
per-
happened.
I personally think that Lennon is going to crumble tomorrow. I believe
Okay.
psychologically that conceding 3 goals in that time
Yeah. The more try
after
look it.
putting
But
after
them
putting
only,
all that hard work that time, I think to crush them. I think it
only
already
Yeah,
crushed
yeah.
them.
The leg condition.
but them only two. Them give a 2-0 lead if you can lose 3-2. You know? And
Exactly.
if they had won that game, then that
Mm-hmm.
bottom that fight for the third spot in the in the group would be wide open tomorrow. If
Ah,
Okay, but
you get me?
okay.
If
And
Lennon
they
they
make it
win that
difficult
game,
for
then
themselves then.
yeah man.
Exactly. So I think it will crush them
If Lennon they win that game, then man, at that time the zone that hot.
Okay.
because the 4 positions that's still wide open.
Okay. But because they lost
Somebody
that one. Mm.
somebody said
Yeah, they have
somebody
an
said
uphill.
them
They have
is
an uphill battle tomorrow.
somebody said them is
Ah,
on
interesting
16
days
points and
ahead.
Lennon is on 10.
Oh, then he's on 16 too.
Yeah.
Oh, so Lennon out then, man.
How much
Them
Lennon
be
is on?
Lennon upon 16 or 15.
Okay.
I don't know. You have to check the group. Hold on.
I
Oh,
like
look
that
at it.
joke.
Yeah man, the group hot man, cause if that's the case, if
I
Lennon
like
is
that
on
joke.
6 if Lennon is on 16 points, and Central beat CC and
I
them be
hope
win.
All right, so it's
I hope
19,
I hope
18,
Lennon, I hope
19,
Lennon and
18, and
Larue. I hope
16.
that coach them.
Huh?
You hear, Laru?
What's this what you said?
Who's
Clarendon 19,
coach up there?
um, Central 19, Clarendon 18, Denby 16.
Yeah,
Oh, so,
I take
so
close.
if Central beat CC tomorrow and them be win, then CC can come third.
Yeah, I say go. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why everybody have to fight.
So Lennon definitely out. So
Yeah,
the
but the
top
top
three
three can
decided.
change.
Top three decided who come first, second,
No,
or third up in a
yeah,
year
yeah.
right now.
That them will go come with that one of mine. We try and go where they want to go.
Mm-hmm.
What's your prediction for
So
this game, guys?
So Central game. For CC Central. It's a 2-0.
mhm.
CC. For Denby. Lennon. We say 3-1 Denby.
Okay.
For me, it's the first time in the season I'm not predicting Clarendon to win. I think that game is gonna draw 1-1. I think both teams are gonna
I think
score.
it's a draw too, but we didn't put no
It's
score
the
to that.
first game in the season. I'm not predicting a win for Clarendon, which is weird. So I think that's gonna draw 1-1, and I think
Uh-huh.
Denby's gonna crush them. I think their spirits are crushed. Trust me. It's not easy for a lead and then go stow the whole of your chances to go through like that. So I think they're gonna get about 3-1. I agree with Laron on the one. I think 3-1.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I agree with them upon the last score, there, but the first one, it's difficult. I know it's a draw, but it's difficult to put a score to it. But it could be a 1-1 still.
Who else I play tomorrow?
Uh,
Any other?
Rookie is a from group of players as well. Hold on, Froome play Green Island. Froome play Green Island and Rossi is
Yeah,
playing
but
Ascalaba.
what was the other one? Just tell me about as the one that need to decide tomorrow to Ronaldo. Whose group that?
Yeah, that's the Manchester group.
Oh, the Manchester, yeah. Who
Yeah,
playing who?
the Alphonsus and Belfield. They were playing the game. It was locked at 2-2. It's a winner take all match, you know. If Alphonsus win the pass, they stay atop. I mean, and if Belfield win them pass Alphonsus. So both teams are going at it. I think it ended 2-2 at the 58th minute. I think
Mm.
they said that the match started
Yeah.
late, so the lighting was really poor after the 58th
Oh,
minute,
so
so they
the
called
game,
the game.
so the game is gonna resume.
Yes, it's resuming tomorrow at the
So
58th
how far
minute.
did that game reach, you say?
58 minutes, 58.
Oh, so they're going to play the other minutes them. Okay.
Yes, tomorrow, starting at
Okay.
2-2. The score will be 2-2. So
So earlier
whoever win
game.
that game
Okay.
should take it. So let's see if
I think that game I got
Safari
still I
can.
got continue. I got finish this at the same 2-2.
So if course continue, Tafari will be in the second round. Yeah,
Okay.
Laron, big coach.
Big up Saudi.
Big up Sally Chris, eh? So the runway coach in Dalton and Eddie support, eh?
All right.
Saudi and Piba.
What's about
That's a
coach?
Sally runway coach and Eddie Allen finish almost bottom of my group.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think for saying with a coach, there still was a big mistake by Edwin Allen. But he's
You
doing well
know,
at Alfonso. No, I'm the Alfonso.
Yeah,
Tafara. I said you.
yeah.
me close to them, me close to people in them PBA organization and reason more about situation and I kind of understand the decision still because we reason and them explain it to me and over we reason. Even though I don't see my banter doing all in all of my family guy doing all in most of you them
So
from my
is
come
it information that can be shared in this capacity?
I do not want to share the information unless one of them or Saudi want to come share it, but I do not want to share the information. But there were
Mm-hmm.
issues within the group and within the school and multiple issues that go on which led to that decision. So it's not something we want to talk about. Um,
Mhm.
even though I'm privy to the information, but and it's just because me and the man them are friend and outside of banter we still reason and
Mhm.
support each other, you know?
Yeah, have to.
Yeah
It's
man.
just like we all in the group. We banter everybody, but we want all of us to do well, just not against each other.
Yeah man. I mean,
Yeah, that's it. Mhm.
me turn up at them fish
You
fry
gotta
and me
use
see
it as fun, man.
me turn up at them fish fry and me see jersey, a beer bun them bun me out man. But that's how it go. That's how it go. That's I just sports. I just so me enjoy sports, huh?
Yeah. Next thing we want to put towards to one of them. We know Russies have a big name in football. Do you think that coming into the run at 32 now, I'm going to put Stetson in that same bracket? We know that they haven't been at their absolute best. What do you expect from Russies and Stets in the run at 32? We know that Stets is going to face Mannings and Manchester and William Neby. Russies will be going up against Cornwall, Spot Valley, and Kimsel. So what do you expect from these giants
Uh,
of the football going into the second round?
well, you see, the thing is this, Ronaldo. You have something where we just tournament team. Okay, if you remember the last time Rossies won it, nobody look for Rossies come out and win it, like that. Well, so the thing is this, when team like this, St. Elizabeth or Rossies coming into a group of 32 and them something, you have to be the lookout. expecting that something possible to happen with them team there. And I say you can't tell team like those lightly. So you have you on your P and Qs. As I said earlier on in some text earlier on, it's gonna be dog eating dog. And every side, no matter how simple them is, will come out there for reach group of 16. Because if, what basically most team are saying, if we can go 32, we want to go 16. Because as I listen to interview and most of the coach them, everybody has said we want to take it one day at a time. We want to reach the 16. Then we take it from the 16 to the semi-final, quarter-final, and to semi-final. That's all everybody are upon it. So everybody coming in to try and do. If I so Wedderburn was saying, and said this is the beginning. Now we get over here, like he said. I'm put it in my word. We get over here now. Now it's time for us to step up more and see what we can get out of it. So basically, those two teams got to come in there to play very hard and to win.
Agree. Because me pick stats split the group with Mannings. Me personally, I didn't have stats to lead the group in the first place, but it turns out that they turn around their fortunes. And one thing about these teams now, when them back against the wall, that and I tell you,
Mm-hmm.
then we just pull something out of hat. I think the
Yes,
legacy
true,
we
true.
have, legacy they have behind them name. So this is why this round of 32 is very interesting because
Very interested, very interested. I don't. You have and you have to when you analyze the thing and see, as I say, the when I say earlier on, every team, no matter how small and simple you take a team, every team will come to fight. And then as you often said all the while, Ronaldo, don't be
mm,
surprised if you see one of these teams where we not look out for just come up with leather and come win it. That's all dangerous the 32 is. Nobody you can left off of it. You can put down your guard at no time. Say, all right, I'm playing a team from Portland. At Portland team never win. It's not like that anymore. You understand?
mm-hmm,
It's not like that
right.
anymore.
I was talking in a group with my friends
Mm-hmm.
because we have a carnival old boys group, and I sent the group to them. So I told them that it's Rossi's, Kemsil, and Spot Valley. Some man
Mm-hmm.
start say, "Oh, that the group they will get simple one too because they're used to
Yeah.
right. Between me and that Spot Valley
Mm-hmm.
finished bottom of the group last season.
Mm-hmm.
Our group.
Yeah. Remember that.
Spot Valley finished bottom of the group.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Spot Valley finished bottom of the group. And because they saw Spot Valley in our group this year, they're expecting an
Mm-hmm.
easy win. And nobody knows about Kim Sale. So it's the first I see that. So it's first time I see a team that's pop up.
Yeah.
So they must say, man, easy group. But I tell them, so listen, man, if Cornwall don't turn up and play some football, we not leave this
You
group.
better
Remember,
put.
say, me tell them that.
But better
Cornwall must
yeah, you
turn
have
up
to turn
and
up
play the football.
because you see the last game the way you lose, it was a wake up call to you for sure. You say you have to turn up, not because you say you have to turn up. And me see that in the Dinthill Charlemont match. Dinthill, that's the boy we beat them 6 the first game, so we not have to play them hard. Just go on easy and try get. And surprisingly, what happened? So is it, when going out to game something like 32, you can drop your guard, as me say, none time because some of them little team they look out for what you call little team and nobody. I look out for you just drop your wing for them just take the opportunity. And that's it's gonna be like, you understand? Mm.
So, Dalton, I really look forward to it. Like, I can't wait if it's Tuesday come for me play my game. I think my game is Tuesday versus Kemsil. I can't wait because I know
Hmm.
this round of 32 is not going to normal.
That's what I'm thinking. Nothing to me right, all the way gone already. Not important to me. The most important thing to me right now is what they included in them first game at 32. That's the most important thing right now to me. Understand? Because that will set
Yeah.
a base that what they will do from there onward. And you have to look at your team and say, what will the base be? What will what will the base with Carnival set? What will the base with a Clarendon set? What will the base with? You understand? You have to look at your team like that. What's the base the team are going to set? Because first game is going to be the impression for the next couple of games we have left. Yeah, the 2 games we have left in another round. That's so.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Because the thing about this run at 32, you know, uh, this is my belief in a Delta. You see, winning your
Mm-hmm.
first game is most important. You shouldn't be. Sometimes you can't afford to go
Yeah.
in your second game with 0 points.
Mm-hmm.
Rough.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me
You
tell you
want
something
at
now.
least a point out of your first, at least.
At
Not less
least
than a
because
point out of your first game.
you
Because
you
it will,
cannot afford to
yes,
lose your
yes.
first game in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Because all right, boom. If you lose your game, automatically your team will beat you gone for 3 points. Automatically. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if the other game somebody win that, one of that team gone for 3 points as well. So even if
See
you
what
beat
I'm
back one of
talking?
those teams, even if you beat
Yeah,
back one of those teams, you know still type on 3 points. So
yeah,
now you still the pressure again. If you go out again, go win your next game.
yeah.
You get me?
So the first game always important that you win it. At least you win the game or dry. But no, if the 3 point you have to go fight back, forget it's going to be a problem.
When you come on to second round, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
second round of 16, because all I go big. Yeah, big up Saudi. All I go big groups. And
Mm-hmm.
Saudi, we agree with me. Your first game.
That's why.
I could have
Yeah,
Jamaica College, I could have Clarendon College, I could have Cornwall College, I could have Mona. Your first game, you have to win.
yes, very
Because
important game
going
that
into
one.
your second game and 0 points is wicked. I
Worst case,
Mm-hmm.
remember,
worst case scenario ranking.
mm,
Draw.
draw. Yes,
Yeah.
man. Me tell any team that go win the first game.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
man.
what you want to
I think
do.
me and Sadi did have a discussion last season. I remember from last year. And
Mm-hmm.
Sadi did say, I'm tell you, we did have States, Clarendon College, and Mile Gully. And I said that I wanted. What did I say? What did you say, Sadi? You did say me fi play Clarendon College and me or something like that. Where did all that
Yeah.
happen again?
But I tell us that good if you get CC at home.
Yeah, me I tell you, say, me want you had this team away from me if you lose, if I nothing. I'm playing Mile Gully at home. Not sure. That what did say?
Yeah. You want CC at
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh, remember that
yes,
game
man.
after you say yes?
Yes, man. Remember, last year we talk about it. I say, better me play the hardest team away and lose it. I know, so me have the weakest team to play at home. Yes, so that will talk about for you. I'm sorry, say better me play hardest team on me hard. Because
Mm-hmm.
you have to get 3 points. Getting the points on the
You have
board
to get 3 points.
important.
It's important.
Yeah, man, you have to maximize that apartheid.
Mm-hmm.
If you go in a second game and 2 teams already depend 3 points and you depend 0, I'm sorry for you.
Under pressure, man.
What do you, man? In a no time, already a different from team to lose to team. All
Yeah.
of them sitting there already.
But yeah, that's the run off the thing, man. Everybody gonna let go.
Yeah, Laron just jumped out a couple minutes ago, so we understand I run off here until the circle back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
man,
they
me have
are
to,
really because we know you. It depend him. Yeah,
yeah, me
man,
have to
that
jump out
I
now,
mean
man.
I said to him, Saudi, the most important game to me. What I said and done. The game then that gone no important to me. The most important to me game to me right now are the first game in the 32 because you should have win all of the game now you want to win before. And if you can't get on a good start, that's you're in a problem.
Yeah,
That's what you understand?
you have to go out there and win.
Yeah. The more you lose, the more you put yourself in a problem, in a pressure. Yeah.
You see, when
You
people
have
don't
to fight.
understand, you know, when you touch that level of competition,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
when I play sneeze, me I sneeze, bro. Me I tell you, say, bro, I look after me wicked. Mm. But that's me, I say, when you touch a competition, man, you have to just try and get yourself in the mix as early as possible.
That's
Mm.
it. Mm-hmm.
And you know, sometimes I tell you, say, no matter who you play, you just probably you can get some luck.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to bring up a point with Laron, but in gone. In DaCosta Cup, I think Clarendon College is the luckiest team in DaCosta Cup.
True.
While they are good enough. I remember 1991, Clarendon College never qualified for the second round. They end up go through the second round because Lennon had used an ineligible player.
Yeah, true. Remember that.
Last point. And so Clarendon College came to second behind Edwin Ali. And went on to win the cup, the D Cup, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know that ranking?
Go ahead.
Eh?
Where's the going again?
It's the 1991. Clarendon College never qualified for the inter round.
Mm-hmm.
And they end up go through to second round because of an issue with Lennon. Then I lost some points at the very last because they used an ineligible player.
Mm-hmm.
So they were banned. So Clarendon College step up.
Right.
And them go on to win the competition.
Right.
And they were so poor. Eh?
Just not cut aside. Dalton, wasn't it the same scenario in 2019 with you guys?
With Charlemont.
Yeah. That 2019 Dinthill team we went all the way to final. Yeah, something like that. So I'll find out when a team get a chance. Oh boy.
CC 99 wasn't good either. Hey, me I tell you not trust me. CC, I want a lucky team. The right there luck a lot. But such is the nature of it, man. You need a lot of luck to carry through.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, football. Look at your skill. You need a luck sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of time you see in a game. We a goal score boy. A team we all a outplay a team and just one little something a ball ricochet off a play and go in there back in it and hit that. And you never get back that. That's football. Boy. It's a tough game. But as I said, and I repeat that over and over, no team now come in a group of 32 for sit back and allow no team to come give them points. Everybody have to work where they want.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Anyway, people, for those of you on the stream, make sure so no like up the stream. I don't know.
Another thing I was saying,
people online Saturday on the stream.
Yeah.
Earlier on Saturday, I was saying to Naldo, every time people come on them I say the team them from the east no good on them something there. And then take a team and like, we in a light zone. And every time it will work. One of the day, one of the team, the East are gonna rise up and surprise everybody. Yeah.
And I think this year round of 32 is probably the strongest in a long while. More competitive.
All right. Yeah. The quality of the team.
Is it Tadi, or is it because it's on a level of playing ground?
Yeah. You have good quality course spreading all over Ronaldo and I like first time. Yeah.
I know a lot of schools through one way or the other have been finding ways and means to put the results.
Yeah. Everybody get wise up. Everybody get wise up.
Yeah, so I mean, and as Dalton rightly said, the level of coaching has improved.
Very much so.
The level of coaching, and not just by certifying or certificate wise. People are putting in work, man.
Every coach I do deep searching on different things and try to get themselves. It's not even obviously it's not about even the certified, but everybody I try to get means of educating themselves how to build a better team and them something otherwise outside of that. Understand? Yeah.
And you see, there's another point that I want to make, and a lot of people now zoom into this. You see where coaching and the teams are concerned, you find that now most of the players find themselves playing in some other leagues.
Sure.
So they are playing football on a longer basis now. But after Schoolboy, we find a lot of them playing with a major league. You understand me? I said division one.
Yeah, they might find them type of league there. Yeah.
They might find some leagues play. So it'll give them the option or give them the opportunity to play more football.
Yeah, and them a build more by playing that. Build them more.
Yeah, man. Check it out. So things has improved. You never play more football, and so it allows. And so again, too, those who have gone ahead of us, as out of those who are here now, but I've set the premise. So the opportunities are even greater. People see where people can get
Sure.
little contract, the scholarship. Look at it. For the past couple of years, we have seen a whole lot of scouts coming to Jamaica looking at our footballers. We have
Yeah.
never seen that in the past 10 years ranking.
No, sir.
Yes. So there's a lot for the youth to look up to.
People are like calling Saudi Crest show ask
You
football.
see a lot of that in December to Saudi because a lot of our coaches don't for coming in December come look on the ball of them.
Yeah, man, they're coming out. I'm telling you. Just this evening, I had a conversation with somebody, guy who plays, you know. He wants to come out in December to stage a few trials for youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
So just trying to find out because he's aligned with a college. He left here on scholarship and now he make himself aligned. So he might do something that somebody has done for him. So you see, the opportunities are a whole lot of opportunities are here. A whole lot. I tell you.
So true, sir. That's
So
why I
it's
want the
really-
youth them to discipline themselves then
Of
and
course.
behave themselves that they can, you know. Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Look
just
here,
something I bring up that. I mean, if you congratulate a lot of these youth that I've been seeing, and me I go big up my captain, Dante. Me have to big him up every time. Yeah, man, you see these players, Saudi,
Yeah.
players and coaches alike. One of the worst things to me is when you guys are called over for an interview for after a game and you refuse. I understand if it's certain circumstances, but
I hate that so you
Saudi
see.
is just saying that what's he saying, Saudi? Every publicity is good publicity, as I go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Every
Yeah,
something
man.
like that.
publicity.
Yeah, man, something like that. Come and talk to the interviewer. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. You know? And I have to congratulate these schoolboys that I'm seeing on the camera. I've seen Tyrese go on the
I love
camera.
him so much. I love him
Yes,
so much.
man. I've seen MG, Knockins, Bomb Sports, the Sports, Saudi Chris. You know?
Yeah.
All of these. Yeah,
All these
man.
little, yeah. Get them
Yeah,
up
man.
them and make them.
Again,
Bring
too.
the youth in front of the cameras. Let them talk.
Yeah, man. You have
Yeah,
to
Naldo. For real.
Yeah, man, I have to big up the youth them. That's why I'm telling you, I big up my captain and big up
Yeah,
all of the ballers them. Where a
that
man
and
say, hey,
ranking.
sorry?
Call them guys, you know, me tell them say relax and think before you come in. Just take your time.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
just
man,
do it.
just take it easy. Yeah, man. Trust me.
You know,
Yeah,
my
man. This will help build them and build confidence in them. This one
Yes,
long
that
time.
can,
Because some
that can piece
gone
of
on
it
the
to
day
the
just see
needle,
some
man.
schoolboy at the interview, you know, and then can't afraid for camera and them something. Build them from long. That mean when they start play Premier League, them and them
Yeah, man.
what
That's why
a
I say,
mic. They're not afraid for
yes,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Yes. So if we go, if that's why anybody, I'm telling you guys from now, the Saudi Crest crew will be attending a lot of the games across the island. And if you see any one of us asking for an interview, trust me, it will be posted for the world to see you guys. I'm telling
Yes,
you.
right across.
I'm
Right
telling
across.
you, we want people to see you guys. If there's an interview, answer the 2 and 3 questions about the game. We're not
1
asking you
minute.
anything, and it's not
I have
about
to be
Saudi Crest
charger.
only. Anybody else, we're not asking you anything out of the norm, and I don't think anybody else should. You know, it's good to see them, Saudi. Me have to big them up. I have to. And even one honorable mention, although we're not see him again, the Charlemont goalkeeper. I thought he spoke well to you, Saudi.
Yes, man. Oh,
He
yes.
spoke well.
And the fact that one of the things why I respect the youth, none of the coaches wanted the interview, you know, bro.
You see me?
Yeah, so he came over. They sent him, you know, and you know, I try my best not to even let them feel no levels of intimidation. But you see, it's what it is, and that's why you see MG is one you have to continue big up MG, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
MG carry the youth them far and wide. Yeah. get into the headspace from early. Yeah, man. But as I said, this is something different from way back then because I remember a particular schoolboy footballer in Jamaica, also a national Premier League player, also a national player, who you couldn't put in front of the media. And he's so popular now that he can't hide from it. You know, if then he had the opportunity of getting these little, you know, chances to do his thing, he would have been better. But, you know, at that stage, you know, when he reached that stage in life where the public is all over, he's all over Jamaica, all over the world, he can't hide. So he must make himself be the best that he can. That's a good reality, man. Trust me.
Yes, man. I must have to big up the youths. I'm seeing them across Jamaica going in front of the cameras, even on Sportsmax, you know. Good English. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect in a Saudi. We don't expect everybody to speak perfect English, but I'm not hearing anybody talking quote unquote ghetto. You get what I'm saying? The youth them must speak very well. Yeah, man. We hear it from Saudi interviews, Claudio interview, Dalton interviews. Yeah, man. I'm hear it, man. Trust me, I love it.
Them to interview, build them. Build
I love
confidence
it,
in
man.
them.
And we can't chastise a youth if we talk native language, Bridget.
Exactly.
Can't do that, you know.
No, sir. I just say we want to go in Saudi. So we are talking right now.
Yeah, man. So it makes sense. All right over, you know. Wow. Anyway, ranking, I don't know if you want to continue, you know, but that is it for me tonight. You know.
Yeah, man. You can't close off Saudi. You know what? How much hours now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
bless yourself. Everybody in the chat, you know, there are too many names to call, so may I bless up one and all. And thank you very much for joining. Outside at the Saudi press, we present from this time. Yeah. So big up to the man and we'll keep the panel going. Ranking as usual. Laron, Dalton. My Dalton, it's good to see you a long time.
Yeah, man, the next up and ready, young man. They get in the stuff in my place, so you know, see me enough now.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
Corona 32 start tomorrow, gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
Looking forward to it. Well, then I start tomorrow. It's confirmed tomorrow.
Oh, confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed tomorrow. Yes, so we will discuss the fixtures and the games at a later date.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself until then. See?
Yeah, man. Blessings.